just had the weirdest dream. What the fuck? And you were there? And you were there? Oh, Jesus Christ. You were there?
Sweetie,
You
is
were there?
everything okay in
And
there?
you were there? Yeah, it's okay. I was just, I'm playing with my dolls. I was lighting my dolls on fire. No, I wasn't peeing on the washcloths again. Nah. Was it just a dream? It felt so real. Oh my god. You guys were there, and you guys were there, and there's a big fucking pink golem. It was fucked up. Thank you, Moonlight, for gifting those subs. I wonder. Those subs, will they be the energy that will guide us towards a new future? Thank you. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Thank you, Pharrell. I just like close my eyes and I see like his fading image in the clouds, just smiling down on all of us. He protected us. It wasn't a dream. I know it was real. I could feel him. I could feel Pharrell's presence, and I felt so happy. He saved us all. He sacrificed himself. Became a concept. Now he's like a god of the new world. He started a new timeline, one where the golem never existed. It was a terrible dream, but I'm glad it's over now. We're all safe now. It'll never happen again.
Actually,
I
all
promise.
you had to do was throw a phoenix down at it.
Ah, shit! Oh fuck, that's right. Cause it was like a zombified thing. How about the zombie attacks? It got me. I'm not gonna make it. Pick your head up, soldier. This isn't the end. We have to keep going on. It's what Pharrell would have wanted for us. Inshallah, Pharrell will protect us. He is watching over us. Wait, how is the audio volume? Because I can barely hear it. This song sounds like... Apparently it's a... Tatsuro Yamashita song? I did not pronounce that right. But it sounds like that one plant music song. And I don't know which one came first. Have you guys ever heard the plant music album? I used to listen to it all the time back in like 2019, 2020. I have like formative memories of just chilling on my computer, rotting away, playing Final Fantasy and listening to plant music over and over during the pandemic. Cause there's fucking nothing else to do. Yeah, by Mort Garson. Yeah, it was a really, really good album. I think it was like one of the only album that guy made. It was a pretty obscure find back in the day. I liked it before it was cool. Yeah, Plantasia is what it's called. Yeah, there's a song in it that sounds kind of like Zelda's Lullaby, and people have theorized that the composers behind like a lot of Nintendo games took inspiration from Plantasia. But I will say it's entirely ruined now because I heard one of the songs in a commercial. And once I hear music that I like in a commercial, it's over. It's just completely ruined. I can't believe that they allowed that to be used in a commercial. It was like not even a good commercial either. It was some kind of like hoity-toity stupid like download our new app. Download our new epic app kind of thing. Here, listen. I don't want to play too much of it because I'm pretty sure it's copyright, but you can go listen to it pretty much everywhere. Yeah, Mother Earth's Plantasia. It's from 1976. It was before its time. This is the good shit. And this was the song that was used in the commercial. This is like one of my favorites too. I was so sad. It crushed my spirit. I love listening to this album and imagining, because it's called Plantasia and each song is about like a different kind of plant. I would just like close my eyes and in my mind's eye picture what kind of plant what the song was about and like what its life is like. Some of them sound kind of saucy. Like one of the songs, it's like you can picture the plant kind of walking around all sexy like with its plant legs, or maybe it looks kind of like the sunflower from Conker's Bad Fur Day. It's just bouncing around. Ferngully type beat. We're making it out of the ozone layer with this one. Imagine being a vegetable. I don't gotta imagine that, buddy. That's me every night after 9 p.m. It's curtains for me. Once the sun goes down, I start rapidly degenerating. Yeah, this was the commercial song. I wonder which one was the one that sounds like Zelda's Lullaby. I don't think it was this one. It's so perfect. It just sounds like plants. Do you think plants can hear music? Not like in the way that we do, because obviously they don't have ears, but maybe they pick up the waves. The first song is just called Plantasia. And this song is Symphony for a Spider Plant. It does kind of sound like a spider plant. All the little spidery legs. Maybe it's this one? Oh, this is the saucy one. This is a plant that's up to no good. This plant is kind of freaky with it. They respond to more stimuli than it seems. So could you diddle a plant, like fiddle around with it and make it feel good? could you tweak a plant off a little bit? And give it a night it'll never forget? Yeah, of course ask for consent first. You think like a little caterpillar crawling across a leaf with its little like sticky feet? Do you think the plant is just like, ooh, 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 tickly, ooh, ooh? I used to, back in the day, I don't know if you guys did this too. I don't know if this is like a Midwest thing, but we would find caterpillars out in the wilds and bring them in and put them in like a big jar with like a bunch of leaves, because they were about to like pupate to turn into a butterfly, and they would just like overnight start pupating and get in a little cocoon, and they'd be safe and sound in their little habitat, and then you can watch them turn into a butterfly and break free, and you set them loose. Never say sticky feet on stream again. Okay, I promise. Never again. If I do, I will die instantly. This that songs I listen to after eating the special mushrooms. It was made in the 1970s, so you know whoever wrote this was probably kind of high on life a little bit. Where is this song? This is Ode to an African Violet. Ooh. Did you see that the Lost Media song? Bro, I got so interested and invested in that whole thing a few months back. Did you guys hear about that? Everyone knows that song? It was just like this huge thing. For so many years, people could not find the origin of this song. And they traced it back, like this guy, like way back then, like I think like over a decade ago, was on some forum where you can like ask people, like, what's this song? Where did this song come from? And nobody could find it. And people were like showing it to their family members and stuff. And their family members were like, oh, I recognize this from the 80s, right? Yeah. And it turns out it was... the reason why it was so hard to find was because it was from some obscure porno from the 1980s. It was probably just like made as like a royalty-free insert song for that porno. And you know, like the guy that originally asked about it, he said that I only have this like 20-second snippet of it. I don't have anything else, because he was probably embarrassed and didn't want to show the rest of it because it probably had like grunts and groans in it or something. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good song. Bro, I bet he's feeling pretty busted right now. He was jorking it. The heck? I love like lost media stuff like that. It's so fascinating. Wait, is this Concerto for Philodendron? Philodendron. I have this distinct memory of when I was like 8 or 7 years old, and my mom brought home a plant called a dragon plant. Like it had... Oh, this is the song. Do you hear it? It goes dun 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 dun. Yeah, it sounds so similar, doesn't it? I think they took inspiration for sure. Or either that or it's just like a huge coincidence. You're making my plants move around? All my plants are singing with glee. All the mold spores in my room are dancing about like a little sugar plum fairy forest. Anyway, my mom had this plant and it had like the tag on it still, like embedded in the soil, and it said dragon plant, and I was scared of it. Like I didn't want to go near it because I thought like at night it would turn into a dragon and eat me. So I stayed far away from that thing. It even kind of looked like it. Are you related to the Oolong Johnson cat? Oh, don't piano. That was one of my favorite videos when I was like 12 years old. What happened to that cat? What the fuck happened to it? It's probably dead now. But it made such a big impact. Bro, this is what I was scared of. What the fuck? Bro, this thing haunted my dreams when I was 7 years old. It was just in a corner in the living room, and I was like, oh no, bro, I don't want any trouble. Step back, step back, step back. It does, to be fair, it does look kind of spiky. It is pretty scary. Yeah, sorry, I should have put a trigger warning on that. It's terrifying. I wasn't a very smart kid. I'm not a very smart adult. So it works out. Here, I gotta change this background music so it doesn't get copyrighted. Yeah, this song right here sounds a lot like Plantasia. So today, where are the plushies? Oh, here, let me bring them back. Or at least one of them. I have to be careful. I don't want to bring back too many at once, because you know what happened last time in the other timeline. It got a little out of hand. I had an anxiety attack. You can't show those plants on stream all of a sudden. It's okay. I heard like plants are actually pretty easy to kill. All you have to do is forget to water them for a few days and it's toast. It's curtains for them. It's over. Yeah, have to be careful. There's too much eldritch energy embedded into one of these things. Yeah, it's just sitting there menacingly. So, how are you guys doing today? Welcome to the stream. Today, I was just gonna fart around. There's a few really interesting YouTube videos I wanted to check out because it's been a while since we've done like a full-on React Andy. And then after that, I was gonna look into, because we have a very special important sponsor today, the Nikkei 1.5 year anniversary. It's going to be pretty hype. I hope I can get some good polls. I'm feeling pretty lucky today, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard you can harness your anxiety into frontal or rear air expulsions. Yeah, just kind of like one of those old cars that putters around. A little putt-putt. Sometimes parts come out like all staccato-like, and they kind of feel like... Okay, here's how I envision it. A long, girthy fart with a lot of breath to it is kind of like a big loaf of bread, but the kinds that kind of like putter out like are kind of like little muffins in a muffin pan, and they have like a similar like shape and amount of warmth. What do you guys think? You agree or disagree? It's got some warmth. It's got a little bit of warmth to it. I think you've been eating a lot of bread. That is true. I have been eating a lot of Hawaiian rolls. The shorter ones are kind of Hawaiian roll-like. A really, really big, like, one is like a giant pizza. Giant pizza with, like, very thick crust, deep dish. A deep dish fart. Smells like dinner. B-I-Z-Z-A. Bread makes you fat? Hell yeah. Give me more of that shit. So hard to find a good deep dish these days. Yeah, I know, it's a lost art, isn't it? Yeah, I've always wanted to make bread from scratch, like just a normal loaf of bread. I've made banana bread, I made pumpkin bread, I've made like all kinds of like sweet bread, but never like a bona fide yeasty loaf. Ito would be a good lab rat to test these fart theories on. I don't want to test any kind of fart things on him when he's in so much pain right now. I feel so bad. His recovery has been pretty smooth, but he's in a lot of pain, and I don't know. I just feel for him, bro. It sucks, cause I was there too. I just want to be there for him. He's dying. Yeah, he's literally dying. Did he get dry socket? No. You can only get dry socket from like tooth pulling surgeries, because there's just like holes in your gums. My cat used to start purring so loud whenever I'd fart. Yeah, they probably like it. They probably like the warmth that it causes and like the reverberations. Yeah, get well soon, Ethel. It sucks watching someone you care about in pain and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, I hate it so much. It makes me feel so bad. So like, the only thing I can do is just like be there for them, because I know it's like when you're all held up with recovery, you can't really do anything that you normally do. You get bored as fuck, and having pain on top of that is just the worst. So like, when I'm in that situation, I just don't really want to be alone a lot of the time. Like, I want to, I don't know, have some kind of like presence there to remind me that it's gonna be okay and it's not gonna last forever. But yeah, it fucking sucks. Dental surgery is the worst. Yeah. But it's all, in the end, I think it's all worth it, cause it's like it prevents a lot more pain down the line. I will say, if I didn't get my wisdom teeth out, I think I would probably end up much worse off than I did getting dry socket. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been in a world of hurt. Yeah, I could have lost my teeth too. It's serious, you guys. You gotta get your teeth checked out. Not because the dentists secretly want to collect all the little fun stuff on your teeth and whittle it into a little vial and keep it in a little cabinet, like the geisha guy that took everybody's hymen juice. I wasn't born with wisdom teeth because I'm dragonborn. Oh, how's that working out for you, huh? You know what? I'd rather have wisdom teeth than have the responsibility thrust upon my shoulders of being the dragonborn. I'm not jealous. I don't give a fuck. I'm the chosen one in other ways. 9 out of 10 dentists are farming your plaque. They probably take the plaque back home and like make it into little sculptures or use it to fertilize their crops. Why do we have so many useless things in our bodies? It's not fair. I'm so terrified that every time I get a stomach ache, it's gonna be my appendix just exploding out of nowhere. Oh my god, bro. Okay, so we're doing media share today. I saw the most fucked up video yesterday. I don't even know if I can show it on stream, but I'm pretty sure some of you probably have already seen it because it's been like around. Have you seen the video of the guy that crashes his paraglider? It's so bad. He's okay. He's in the hospital recovering right now, apparently. And he, like, him and his wife edited and uploaded the footage from multiple angles. There's like multiple different crash cams of him falling like 100 feet out of the fucking sky, crashing down into this like gravelly desert area. And bro, it's so hard to watch. It's like the first like 5 minutes are him literally just screaming in pain.
When my wisdom teeth came out last year, I started believing that billionaires actually deserve their wealth because they worked harder, not like this.
Not like this. And you know what, BZ? Those billionaires are also taking your teeth too. Yep. Why do you think dentists want to take out your wisdom teeth even though technically you're fine with them most of the time? Think about it, bro. Just think about it. They're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Yeah, and they're gonna fleece ya. No, not for a sexual king. I made a dental domination. And the tooth fairy isn't even real. They try to make you believe in their cures so they could take away your medicine. Think about it. Anyway, about the guy that was screaming in pain because he shattered every bone in his body. I felt so horrible. I felt so fucking evil. Because I was watching this video at like 2 a.m. just like, what the fuck is this? Did this guy survive? Is he okay? He's just like writhing around, screaming in pain. You can see like his GoPro fell off his helmet and just like landed a few feet away from him in the footage. So it's just like POV, you're a worm on the ground watching this guy who fell out of the sky and like broke his arm in half, just going like ah, 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 over and over. The worst part is he calls 911 and they take an absurdly long time to pick up. Like, it's insane how many rings it took for them to pick up finally. And they're like, 911, what's your emergency? And he's in so much pain that he's just like, oh, I crashed my flying machine. Bro, he sounds like he's from some fucking like 1800s Wright brothers looking ass. Like, I know he had to do it because like he literally couldn't move, but he has to be while like screaming in pain. He goes like, Siri, call 911. Wait, no, don't. I hope nobody's I hope nobody's iPhone picked that up, because I heard that could actually happen. Bro, I heard somebody was watching that video and their iPad in the next room over picked up him yelling that and started calling 911 while they were taking a shit on the toilet. They had to go run and turn it off. Bro, I'm sorry. He said, Siri, call 9... Ichi. And then when she asks where he is, he has to be like... I'm in the Enchanted Hills. Because it's the name of the park that he was paragliding in. Bro, like if I was the 911 operator, I would think that it was a prank call and just hang up immediately. Oh, good heavens, I've crashed my flying contraption in the Enchanted Hills. Yeah, they probably thought he like, I don't know, was having some kind of mental breakdown or was high on something. You can like hear the lady trying not to laugh on the other end. It's so fucked up. I feel so bad for him. Oh god. I just threw up in my mouth. But it's so it's so painful to watch because you're just imagining like, oh, just lying there in complete agony, waiting for help to arrive and like having to talk to the operator. And then these like construction workers show up, or at least one of them does, and they barely speak English, and the guy like doesn't really know what to do. Like the construction worker, he just like walks over and stands next to the guy awkwardly and just stares off into the distance while the guy is like, oh fuck my arm, oh shit, oh. The guy's like awkwardly trying to communicate with him because I think he only speaks Spanish, and he's like, I called my friend over, they'll get the ambulance, they're coming. And he just keeps saying that over and over. Bro, I want to show it so bad, but it's like, I mean, he's fine. Like, he did shatter, apparently he shattered his arm, his neck, his back, his pussy, and his crack. Literally, he shattered his pelvis. And he's like, the beginning of the video is him in the hospital bed in like a neck brace and everything. Was it graphic? Nah, you can't really see anything. He did apparently, like, the bone in his arm that he broke is like extruding through the skin according to the paramedics, but you can't see it in the video at all. Like, he just like, there's no blood or anything. It's the graphic part, honestly, is just the screaming. It's fucking horrible. Like, as soon as he collides with the ground, it's just like, ah! Hold on. Paramotor almost ended my life. Yeah, it's actually like good that the random construction worker guy was in the area. He apparently like saw him crash, because I don't think the ambulance would have been able to get to him fast enough if they didn't flag the ambulance down for him. And it makes sense that he was just like standing there doing nothing, because if you find someone who injured themselves that bad, it's actually better to not do anything. Because if you touch someone or like move them while they have like a potential spinal injury, you could actually fucking kill them. So don't watch this if you have an Apple device. It will call the 900 at 11111. Here, I just want to show you the part where he says you crashed his flying machine. It's so... I feel like such an asshole for laughing at it, but I mean, you gotta find the humor in these things from time to time. I'm sure he thinks it's funny too, in retrospect. Bro, if I was flying around my little paramotor, my little funky flying machine, I don't know, man. I would hope that none of the crash got recorded, because I would probably sound even worse. It's probably hilarious on the pain meds. Yeah, bro. The part where his like wife shows up too. His wife actually shows up faster than the ambulance. It's true love, I guess. It actually made me tear up a little bit how like scared she sounds. That just like primal fear, like holy fuck, like the person I love is probably fucking dying. I'm scared to show this, bro. See, like I don't understand people like this who just tease and tickle death with their hobbies. I mean, I get it. Like, it's probably really exhilarating. It's probably like such a rush to literally fly through the air. But is it worth it? Is it worth it for the thrill? I don't know, man. It just seems too crazy to me. Like, they have to have some kind of like dopamine problem in their brain. They're addicted to it. Yeah, it's like marathon runners who run until their feet become bloody stubs and their nipples are bleeding. I just don't understand it. See, my addictions, they don't end with me bleeding or anything, but they sure do bleed my wallet.
Hey everybody, Anthony here. This is day number 3 in the hospital for me. In this video, I'm going to show you guys...
How did he get the audio so good? Does he have the lav mic like in his neck brace?
Is the crash that happened, so viewer discretion is strongly advised. I know it would be very painful for some people to watch. The BGD Luna 3
BG, what did you do?
Is not responsible for this.
BG, did you make this paramotor model that crashed and almost killed this man?
Crash. Upon taking off, there was a small tension knot that I hadn't seen. In spite of me checking the glider, I hadn't seen it. It was there.
Good despite
I just
being smashed
didn't
up?
see it myself.
I think like the bulk of the crash impact was absorbed by his flying machine. Because if he didn't have that to like absorb all the shock of the landing, he definitely would have fucking
died. The camera
died.
footage, if you look closely, you will see it. When you are fully accelerated using the trims and fully accelerated on the speed bar, if you were to apply any sort of brake
for someone who
to a glider that's fully accelerated like I
healthy.
just described, it will result in a collapse, a big collapse. The way that the tension knot was akin to applying brakes.
Well, this was just uploaded 2 days ago. It's been making the rounds. The fucked up thing, I was looking at this guy's channel. He has a video about his friend who died from a paramotor crash 3 weeks ago. And he was scared to start flying again after his friend died. And then this happens 3 weeks later. Holy fuck.
Which resulted in this crash. I have no blame for this exceptional paraglider.
Yeah, if you think about it,
the only thing I can recommend is that
On the bright side of
regardless which
things,
paraglider you're
this
flying,
going
that you
viral
make
will
sure you
probably
not only
cover
double, but
10%
triple
of
check
his
to make sure
American
that your
hospital
glider
bills
is in the
from
correct
the revenue from it on
configuration, so
YouTube.
that something like this
And maybe
isn't
his
the
channel will blow
result
up after
of
this.
your flying experience.
I looked at the chapter title, and I thought it just said Caucasian, and I was like, well, sounds about right to me.
When fully accelerated, it makes no difference whether you're flying a BGD Luna 3, which is an amazing paraglider.
Caucasian activities.
If you were flying a DJI Drone 3, if you were flying an Ozone Viper XC, all of the gliders are susceptible to the same sort of outcome with a tension knot that is essentially deforming the glider,
knot.
as you'll see here. This is my advice
Causation,
to you.
Caucasian.
I love all of you guys.
Is this an ad? Yeah, this is an ad for why you should never do any of this
you guys
ever.
have given me.
If you think life is precious, you should never do
so
this.
I hope you guys subscribe so you can catch my first flight back, and I'll be posting
It's like in War Thunder when you go really fast and your wings snap. Yeah.
updates on my
That's one way to
physical rehabilitation. So, that said, if you guys are squeamish, tune out of the video now. Love you guys.
Today I'm going to be flying the
look at this
BGD
is him
Luna 3,
pre-crash.
which is supposedly an extremely
He's trying out a
fast
new
paraglider,
camera. He's
probably the fastest
excited.
paraglider that I've ever flown. In the size 23 meter, which is the one that I have here, it puts me somewhere near the top of the weight range.
He got
and
nodded.
that means that I should
Nodded in
be
the
able to
sky.
go as fast as this wing is certified to
off.
be able to go, which is advertised around
Gonna be
75
so
kilometers an
full
hour.
of positivity and optimism. He doesn't know what lies ahead.
Range, as far as how much movement we're able to get out of both the trimmers
More
and the
people
speed
should
system
just
is
have a GoPro on them at all times so we can see like these horrible, horrific moments.
Ridiculously huge. So yeah.
You ever think about how fucked up our brains are nowadays?
I'll tell
That
you
we
more
can
about
just
the
like
wing
watch
as soon
this
as
shit.
I, get it set up and verify that it is the
We used to live in blissful ignorance, like medieval peasants. Like I think I would see like people get like stoned in the town square, stuff like that, public executions from time to time. But they didn't see it like constantly. They didn't have like direct access to it at all times, literally at their fingertips. They would just like hear about it and be like, ooh, just hearing about it. But now we get to see it. Now we get to see someone get their arm mangled off in industrial machines. It's kind of beautiful if you think about it. You think it brings us together more as humans? Oh god, bro, it's gonna happen. I don't know if I can watch.
Oh, man.
Bro, he's so excited. He's like, whoa, ho, look how fast I'm going. Whoa, let's go.
Come on, baby.
Come on, baby. No, bro. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think they understand. Bro, it is fucked up how fast it happens. Like one moment to the next, he just had no idea. Like this can just happen.
Oh, man. 48 miles per hour. Come
Yo,
on,
let's go.
Oh.
Oh shit. No. Bro, I feel like I have to fucking mute it. I can't. Bro, the scream, I'm not even kidding. The scream he does when he falls is so bad. It sounds so bad. But your VTuber.
This needs a JoJo roundabout edit.
Oh shit. Do we get to hear the bones crunch? No, you don't hear any of that. Just like the motor crashing down and him just going ah. Yeah, I'll fast forward to the part where he calls 911. Bro, it's so fucked because it shows him crashing and then it just cuts to, okay, here's crash cam number 2. Here's a different POV.
Man. 48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh.
I feel so bad for laughing, but it's just so inherently funny. Yeah, he should have put in a slow motion replay. Now in slow mo.
Shit.
Oh, shit. shit. You always think like moments before disaster, like in an accident that could literally end your life, like you'd want to say something cool, right? But most people literally just go like, oh fuck. Bro, here, I don't want to play it. I'll just do like a impression of the scream, because it sounds kind of like "Ah! Ah! Ah!" It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. And then here, it takes so long for 911 to pick up too. Just imagine how long it felt for him just laying there like, please pick up, please pick up. It was like 5 rings. Are we making fun of people who died? No, he's still alive. He's still alive. He uploaded this video. Oh god, I didn't know that you could use... I found it. Please.
I don't know, an emergency.
Help me, please. I crashed my flying machine. Ah.
So bad. Right? He even named the chapter "I crashed my flying machine." Bro, yeah, like the amount of pain you had to have been in, like he probably forgot most of the English words. Cause holy fuck, I'm amazed that he can even speak. I think I would just black out. I crashed my contraption, my diddlywink.
Okay, where are you at? So do you know where you're at?
I'm in Enchanted Hills.
Enchanted Imagine being the 911 operator and hearing this guy like, I crashed my flying machine in Enchanted Hills. Oh,
I'm in the desert. Oh fuck.
I feel so bad for him. Holy shit.
Are you in Texas?
Like she sounds so fucking confused. And then the good Samaritan shows up, and bro, he has no idea what to do. It's like slapstick comedy. It's fucked up. And like, you know, like he saw the humor in all of it from the way he edited it, and like cause like you kind of have to laugh at it in retrospect. And then like the fisheye angle of the GoPro. Bro, this guy just like wanders over and is like, did you break your arm? What happened?
I crashed.
Bro, he probably thinks it's like a Minecraft zombie. Like he's like looking to the camera like, what the fuck? Like what the fuck would you think if you like happened upon this guy? Like you saw someone literally follow this guy, you wander over here, and this guy just lying here with all these cameras and this like fucked up contraption next to him. Like what the fuck?
God damn it.
Fuck. Bro, I've never broken my arm before, but I can only imagine. Like, that has got to be some of the worst pain you could ever experience. Oh no, my thingamajig. This guy is really nice though. He just stands there awkwardly and doesn't know what to do, but it's like nice that he like was just there for him, you know? And helped him out. But it's so unintentionally funny. I don't know. I feel so bad. Bro, I don't know. I think it's crazy because like at the end of the video, he says he's gonna return to the sky. Look. I hope he is a lot more careful going forward, because holy shit. That's like on a completely different level of human strength. I would never want to do anything ever again. I would not want to even like go outside if this happened to me. And he's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
No. Bro, he got fucked up. Me when my McDonald's order is wrong. Yeah, bro, anytime I'm like having a bad day for whatever reason, I'm just gonna watch this video and be like, you know what? Could be worse. People have lived through a lot worse. Yeah, it's actually insane that he went through this. Like, this is a fucking traumatic experience. He went through all the footage with his wife and just like edited it and uploaded it as like pure content for his YouTube. He's a specimen, a different type of person. Because I will return to the sky, mean he died.
Oh dear God!
No!
Please help me! Oh fuck! I've crashed an enchanted hills and my do it is in shambles.
Oh blast!
fuck!
Oh confound it! I've crashed my thingamajig. I don't know where I am. I'm hither to thither in enchanted hills or thereabouts. Methinks. Oh fuck! Oh confound it! My fucking doohickey. The worst injury I've ever gotten, I feel like it was either when I skinned most of the flesh off of my kneecaps on a tennis court, and I'm talking about most of the flesh. It was bad. It was like most of the layers of my skin were removed. And maybe when I sprained my ankle really bad, like a really bad sprain. Oh, I'm talking really bad. Like I had to be on crutches for like a month. And that in itself was pretty bad. I don't know, I've been like a cowardly little bitch my entire life because I know that breaking bones hurts very bad, so I've avoided any kind of activity that could potentially lead me into that kind of pain. Maybe I'm smart for that, maybe I'm, I don't know, a cowardly little kitty cat.
Oh! My flying machine off!
My flying machine.
Oh God, oh! I think I lost. I mean,
Ow.
I think my testicle got twisted.
Oh.
Look, hurts so good, oh my God.
Bro, you joke, but that probably happened to him. I would not doubt. He broke it. He shattered his pelvis. Can you imagine shattering your fucking pelvis? Like, I don't even like think about that bone being there. Like, what does it even do? What would you do with a shattered pelvis? Could you even like... How would you move? What would that feel like? I tore my tendon getting off the school bus once. The bus driver looked at me, closed the door, and drove off. What the fuck? Wait, how do you tear your tendon getting off the bus? Did you like fall off the step? God, bus drivers are fucked up.
My flying machine!
They're always...
God! I think I lost. I think my asterisk got twisted. Hurts so good. Oh my God.
Okay, listen, you do not want to listen to the paramotor crash video with your speakers on in public, because they might think you're watching kind of something suspicious. I've done that on a motorized scooter as a teenager. I definitely scraped it down to the dermis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your dermis is not meant to be exposed. That needs to be kept inside. How did you get the goth to sound like that? Bro, they have been fine-tuning it down to a science for the past year or so. They've turned it into an art form. Like a little instrument. Oh, my flying machine. Well, I was looking in the media share. It's the supporter media share channel on the Discord. So if you're a sub, you can submit a video if you would like. I found some goodies, some little tidbits, little nuggets of content that I've been very curious to check out. This video is here's one. Fuck, I forgot, on this computer, Aethel set it so the default browser is Opera, because he's an Opera person. And I use Firefox for everything. Like, I'm signed into YouTube on Firefox so I don't get ads. I have to like copy and paste
This little guy came in with a bow fishing arrow.
This is I stole the beaver from Bucci's. What is Bucci's?
Sticking out of his neck. It only went into the fat.
What?
How is he doing this? Treat him like a hot dog, you guys. Boo boo. Get behind the.
Oh, wait, does this guy like rescue animals? Urban Rescue Ranch. I stole the beaver from Bucci's. Special thanks again to All Things Wild for doing an amazing job of rehabilitating this beaver we brought in way back in early February. What? Rehabilitated Bober?
Here we are, the Buckies. Beep.
Buckies.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Today's the big day. This
Oh shit, I forgot the fucking music is still on. No, it's cinematic. And I'll put the subtitles on for you.
that we rescued is finally going to his new home. And I really wish we could keep him here because he's been an amazing garbage disposal. This guy's eaten a few squirrels and some rabbits. And he's still very healthy, as you can see. But training him with a hood and the way a falconer would is a completely different story. Hopefully All Things Wild does an amazing job of doing that. But all right, everybody, I just scooped him up. And now we're headed to All Things Wild where they will take care of him.
Bro, he looks beautiful. Look at those eyes, the eyelashes. Damn.
All Things Wild, where they will take care of him, hopefully, for the rest of his very long life. So we're here at All Things Wild. This is where this little guy is going to be, and they're going to take great care of him here. Right off the bat, we got him set up, and we fed him a little songbird that sadly passed away. This thing is a literal dinosaur. But after we fed him...
It's the cycle of life, you guys. It's the cycle of life.
I took a quick break to bottle feed our baby raccoons that were there.
What is up, YouTube? Today we are going to be feeding a epic little raccoon.
As you guys can see, I'm using the miracle syringe and the raccoon miracle nipple. The best things you can use for these little guys. I'm going real slow because this is just a little baby.
And then we say the cringe syringe. The cringe syringe. Miracle nipple.
Little baby. And then we sedated the Caracara and gave him an x-ray. That's his wound. All they do for the x-ray is just press this button here, and then they go ahead and load it up on the computer screen. And you can see here from the symmetry where he's missing the second half of his wing.
I bet he's a little EP.
And the wind was pretty bad, but this beaver that we brought in about 2 months ago is now completely healed up and doing well. A little chunk bitten out of his tail, but that's just a battle scar. This is what he's been eating. He's been eating chop and some oats, plus a lot of logs. So we're gonna have to take this back with us. Christine Beaver.
No, he's a boy. Yeah, that's a man. Don't emasculate him.
His wound is almost completely healed. But this little guy came in with a bow fishing arrow sticking out of his neck, if you guys remember. Beavers are large aquatic rodents with big webbed feet. After we gave him some EP gas, we spread him out so we could get an x-ray so we could make sure it didn't nick any of his bones. Luckily for this big boy, it only went into the fat and the muscle on his neck. I didn't film us cutting out the arrow because I didn't want to get demonetized, but this is what it looked like. These heads are meant for fishing. And our game warden said that it's legal and encouraged to hunt nutria because they're very invasive. Perhaps someone shot this beaver thinking it was a nutria.
People are eating beavers?
An amazing job of rehabbing him. The wind was really bad, but all I was yapping about was that they were flushing out his wounds with betadine and changing the gauze out every day. Okay, I'm gonna stop bothering this guy and put him in the car. All right, everybody, there he is. We're going to go ahead and take care of him for a couple days. Mid next week, we're going to bring him up to this other beaver sanctuary until he's fully healed and ready to go back to the wild. But look at how perfect this creature is. Ian and Sky also work here at All Things Wild. They work very hard, as you can see. And he's about to go out and feed the raccoon.
Cognitive dissonance.
And these are their education.
That's the lady. That's the lady from the other ranch in Texas, right?
Ambassador raptor enclosures. As you can see, this is where our Caracara would eventually hang out in. This is the Aries, the what is this stupid thing? Oh, it's that Polly. Oh my goodness. Oh, but Polly is getting a prosthetic beak pretty soon. Stop it, Boudreaux. I got your trash bag. Hank, there you go.
When I watch channels like this, like rescuing animals and stuff, I don't expect it to have this like Zimmerfied editing style and humor. It's like, it's freaking my brain out.
Right, everybody, I just gave this beaver his food, and we're going to fill up the car with all this wood so that he can have that in our enclosure.
Okay, that makes sense.
And this is special wood that beavers particularly love.
They should bring a beaver on You Laugh, You Lose.
After that, I went to this neat car show, and I got boo-boo back. All right, everybody, we need to get food and gas, and look where we are.
That's right.
Here we are.
Buc-ee's, this is like this is in Texas, right? It's like one of the biggest gas stations in the world.
The Buc-ee's. For all you cringe northerners.
Are you actually under house arrest? Yeah, I am. I can't really go into details because the legal battle is still ongoing, but I have a little bracelet and I can go outside, but not too far. Not too far. I tried to go tried to go out a little far before, but I got in a little bit of trouble, a little bit of an oopsie.
Buc-ee's is a lovely mix
You have to
between
be
a
under
grocery
strict
store and a
supervision.
gas station. If you're lucky, every now and then when you go, you
Especially
might
after
even
9
find
p.m.
Mr. Buckerton himself. And because I will literally never get the opportunity to do this ever again, I had to take him out for a quick picture, and then I put him right back inside. Have gas now, we have food, and I got beaver poop on my hands. gimme. And now I
wanted the
finally
beaver to
have
pick
hand
out all the little
sanitizer.
treats
All right,
in the
everybody, I'm back,
store.
and we already have another animal. This little squirrel was attacked by a kibby. That's why you don't let your dang kibbies outside. I'm gonna put this guy in here for now. All right, everybody, this is our dog Boo Boo, and he is finally
He
coming
pooped
back
in
to his
there.
home. Look how cringe he is, and hopefully he's not too scared.
What?
Boo Boo's back
That's not
and better than
cringe.
ever. As you guys can see,
This
Boo
is the
Boo's clearly
baby.
not
Let him
scared
be
of the dogs
free.
at all. Boo Boo's so happy to be back. I'm gonna gently introduce these two. Queen, be real friendly. Boo Boo is
Oh, that's
used to dogs.
a Great Pyrenees dog, right? Those are like the classic farm dogs.
Now, just like the whitetail that we're gonna have here later this summer, Boo Boo gets to try out this whole deer pen. And here we
this
have plenty
baby
of
deer
shade
cringe.
all
I thought I
day
was
under
brain
the
rotted.
trampoline over here, and Boo Boo's clearly not scared of the dogs, so she's gonna be just fine in here. And Queen knows not to be cringe around our son Boo Boo, because she knows whatever happens to Boo Boo, I'm just gonna do it to her. Look at my dog Boo Boo. Queen sure does love destroying hats. This is my dog Boo Boo.
Baby deers are so precious looking. They just have the bushy eyelashes.
chewing on some kibble. As you guys can see, he's very happy in here. I'm gonna go ahead and move this guy into his new enclosure now that we're
He's
finally
getting so
home. It's very, very
enriched.
friendly, and even when I'm petting him, he's chewing. So they took really, really good care of him at All Things Wild. Suppose that's what happens when you treat a wild animal's wounds every day for
This
2
guy is
months.
like
And it's
Ms.
real
Kid
windy out today,
phenotype,
but this nice shed
you know?
provides a good wind barrier, and we're gonna whip him up something nice to eat right now. But if you guys remember, this is the
I'm
same
sure he's a
enclosure that
very
we had
nice
those
person,
foxes
but
in when they first
he
came
has
here.
that
And this nice
kinda
visual barrier keeps him real comfy
delivery.
here. Obviously, this would make more sense to put him in, but he would just chew on all that wood and potentially get sick because it's treated. But we might be able to take him over there to play, and that would have a little thing for him to hide in. All right, everybody, another rehabber friend just dropped off these 3 baby
Oh, the
kids.
baby
And these guys were found in a
raccoons.
dumpster at the Gatesville Whataburger, I believe. Also, here's some sped up footage of the cappies enjoying
Capybaras.
frolicking around underwater in the pond.
Oh my
And
God,
while
they
it's
turn
fun to
into
watch, and this is
missiles
the main
underwater.
reason why we got the pond in the first place, they do love to destroy it. Doing so many voiceovers in this video because the wind was so bad, but I still have to clean out all their poo-poo caca.
Ew,
Garbanzo
it
beans won't let me
floats.
step anywhere without him biting
This
me.
seems
But
so
all this
buoyant. I
grass
thought it
in the
would
wetland
sink.
filter is starting to look really nice, but the cappies
Although,
have been
I guess
ripping it
sometimes
all
it
out.
floats.
And then after
It
they
depends on what
destroy
you eat.
everything, they have to go over here and destroy this nice drinking water because it only makes sense. So
This
at
dude
least they
talks
have
like
all
someone's
kinds of
new
room to
stepdad who's
frolic
trying to
around.
sound cool by
Alright,
using all the
everybody,
hip
this will
slang
probably be the
completely
last time I
wrong.
feed this
Let's
little
pone
boy
some
his
cringe
poop crop,
newbies
as
on
he
some
can officially
poggies. One
start
vote, one no
Poggy-
cap for
Poggy
real
Woggy is,
homies.
try not to be cringe today.
I'll show you guys finally for the first time what I actually do. I just do this.
Toilet.
Beep. All right, everyone says, oh no, you have to use a special tool to feed
mean,
them. You
it's
can't
the
do that. You
thought
have
that
to shove
counts.
it right into their crop.
Yeah,
You need
this
to tube
part,
feed them
isn't
into
it?
their crop. No, not if you know what you're doing, you guys. And I know what I'm doing.
Definitely would be the
I'm gonna
type
feed
of
this boy one more
stepdad
time,
to
but as
bring
you guys
you,
can see, it's
like if
not
you need
going into his
shampoo, he'd
lungs
get
or
the
anything
like
like that. I'm
$2
gonna wipe off his
3-in-1
cute little mouth.
shampoo.
And there it is. This is our precious little dove. Beautiful little creature. I'm gonna kiss him on the head.
One of his
You're not
dogs is
supposed to
named
do that, but I
Poggers.
don't care. They say that. He's
God.
gonna fly right back.
I
to
mean,
the
I'm
wild,
one to
but
dog.
he's
My
not.
dog's
I just
name
put
is
him right back in
Kino.
his little cage when he's done.
But
This
that's
is
not
his
her
little
government
prison.
name. That's her VTuber name, so she doesn't get doxed. Dog doxed. We call her something different at home.
All right, everybody, and now I'm teaching these little cringe
definitely
boys
not
how
because
to
we
drink
started
from
calling
a
her a
bowl. So now
nickname
we
that
officially
caught
don't
on
have to
too much.
tube feed these
And we
things
couldn't
anymore.
stop
Hooray!
calling her
All
it.
right, everybody, we just got these 3 raccoons brought in. Now we have to wash all the dang fleas off them. They were outside of a cringe dumpster. But
Oh,
all
you
right,
said
everybody,
chemo?
I'm going to go ahead and use Dawn dish soap to wash
I mean,
all
she
the
is kinda like
fleas off
chemo.
these
She
guys. I'm going to
cures
massage
my
the whole
cancer.
face, all the little cracks and crevices. These little guys are the perfect age. They still need to have a little bit of milk. Their
I feel
eyes
like
are
for
open and they're
animal
not
videos,
as
you gotta
needy as
linger
those
on
other
it a
little
little
guys
bit
that we
more. You
filmed
can't
earlier
be too
today.
lax
Okay,
with it.
one down, 2 more to go. Look at this
I wanna
precious
feel
little
the little
creature. As you can see, he went ahead and
nitty-grittiness
ripped my gloves
all
pretty
the
good, so I
animal
might as well just not even be wearing them.
interactions.
Oh, he bit me. Treat him like a hot dog, you guys. Treat him like you would
Oh,
put
yeah,
mustard
put
on a
the
hot dog. I don't want it to be
condiments
too
on.
hot, but I don't want it to be cold either. Someone's such a little angry boy. Look how angry he is. Okay, at this
Aw.
point, I'm not even going to try to put
He
on a
does
different
not
glove.
want to
I'm
have a
just gonna
bath.
pick this guy up. Yep, and we're gonna wash him
He
as
wants
well.
to
To the
continue
perfect
being
age, you guys. A
stinky.
little bit older than this, and they would be trying to bite. But the second that Dawn dish soap gets in contact with the fleas, it just dissolves their exoskeleton and kills them instantly. It does the same thing to the eggs. But look at this precious little fella. But the biggest thing is to get behind the ears, and the forehead, and the face, because that's where they really like to hang out. And then in the little cracks and crevices down here, you guys, because that's where the fleas really like to hang out. All right, everybody, I'm almost done. I just gave all of these guys pyrantel pamoate so they don't have raccoon roundworm anymore, so I don't die. That's the one thing that raccoons have that can kill people other than rabies is roundworm that can get into your brain and kill you. Any animal that we get at the rehab, we want to make sure that they have Pedialyte,
and they will bite you at night, and you wake up with like little dots.
At the end of the day, this is still
disgusting.
an infant raccoon, and we need to take good care of him.
The only other thing I'll say is that even though these guys are tiny, they still need...
It was my fault because I took in a stray cat for a little bit, and I wasn't supposed to.
Love from a mama, especially the ones with their eyes closed. They need a lot of love.
I got the fleas out. I over time I cured her of the fleas and had to do a lot of deep cleaning to get rid of them in
all
the
nice
abode.
And clean and dry. They know that I'm not an evil person trying to hurt them. They're finally being nice and sweet and cute. Like I said, you guys, at this age, they still need the touch and love of a mom. And they still need the warmth of a mother. So that's why we're still going to mother them and take good care of them. But eventually we will have to stop doing this and let them only be with each other so they can wild up and go back to the wild. But this is one of the best parts about being a rehabber, because you get the joy of spending time with and loving on these little creatures when they need it. But you also need to be responsible enough to stop doing it, so they don't end up like the one that toothless woman gave me that was just eating Fruit Loops for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But we finally did it, you guys. We waited long enough until we could legally raise baby raccoons instead of just doing it illegally like every other influencer on TikTok. But boy, oh boy, this sure has been an eventful day. And man, have we come a long way here at the Urban Rescue Branch.
A lost animal and get rehabilitated.
This place went from being a raggedy old crack house, and I still haven't changed the graffiti in here. And this roof is the only thing that I never changed, because I want us to always remember what this place used to be. Most of the fans of this channel now don't even know. But this went from being a nasty crack house to a home for me and Dream to live out the rest of our old year raising these precious little babies.
I was not expecting that, but those are baby raccoons, so please be careful. That baby meets his son. Doug thinks I'm his wife, I'm not. How to throw a duck, Gort dies? What? Kevin gets electrocuted. What the fuck? How do rescued orphan fawns using ketamine? Kevin kissed his son? Tom Brady called. This is all clickbait. There's no sun kissing in this. Excuse me while I touch the sky. Foxes try capybara meat for what? No. Wait, is that a prairie dog? I feel bad for prairie dogs because whenever I hear the word prairie dog, I just think about the term for when you really have to shit and it's kind of peeking its way out of your rectum. Big ounce. Eating Kevin's son ASMR? No, don't eat them. No. Looking Kevin. Big ounce beat cancer. Aww. He's come so far. Well, capybaras are the strangest animals ever. Okay, let's see what else is on the menu. What else is on the smorgasbord? We got let's see, Cat's PSA, your child's life is in your hands. Is this like a 1980s like car PSA? Wait, shit. Let me turn off. I'm so terrified of there being no background noise in my screen.
An accident! An accident! An accident! The humans had an accident!
There was a child in the car.
A child! A child?
A child?
A
Cats
child.
have 9 lives, children only 1. Help them live that life. Buckle them into a car seat. No one wants a child to become a memory.
How effective do you think this PSA was? They should do one for leaving your kid in a hot car.
A child. A child? A child?
Cats have
I'm not kidding. I loved Cats the musical when I was a little kid. I used to sing Memory in the shower over and over until my dad got so pissed.
9 lives, children only one. Help them live that life. Buckle them into a car seat.
And I even like participated in a school run, like a small school theater group production of Cats the musical when I was like 6 years old. It was so bad. We had to wear like the leotards with like the little like fuzzy lion manes and like face paint and stuff. God damn. I remember it was run by this lady who gave her son and her daughter all the best parts. They did a Bug's Life musical too, and that bitch gave her son and her daughter the best parts in that one too. Despite me auditioning and clearly doing a better job as Firefly number 1.
One wants a child to become a memory.
You think that's why I'm all furry now? Oh, I'd say that's a pretty good PSA. A child? A child? There was a child in the car? Anybody else hungry? Let's see what else we got. What else we got here? Oh my god, there's a new Dog of Wisdom. Is this gonna make me mad? Dog of Wisdom 3? Okay, I'm gonna do a speed run to see how long it takes me from 0 to 100 to get pissed off watching this.
Wow.
I'm mad. I'm already mad. I'm already fucking mad. This video is 1 minute long, but you know it's gonna feel like an eternity for me.
Chihuahua. Chapapa. Chihuahua. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-pa. Shandy-bundy. Honey-patatandas. Hada-patatata.
Shut the fuck up.
Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
Turn it off, please. No. I want you to feel my pain.
I want madness.
Fuck up. This is like something your coworkers sends to you. This is something like you have to stand there and watch it while they hold out their phone, and you're just like, you can feel every bone in your body tensing up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty good animation. Oh, fuck. You know what? Even as someone who can't watch the first one without gritting my teeth so hard that I feel like they're all gonna just turn into dust, 'cause I just can't handle it. Even I can admit the first one was pretty good for like a video, but this one is just like, where is this going? What kind of direction is this? It feels too, I don't know. It's got sequel syndrome. It's like those the Plum Corp record videos, what is it called, the Dracula flow videos. I feel like the first couple of those were so good, but then they made too many of them with like the same formula to the point where you're watching it and you're just like, you can just like feel the blueprint for the video. Like it just like, it starts becoming too formulaic. Yeah. They just, I don't know. And you know how I know this one isn't as good as the first one is because I didn't get as mad. I just felt like, I felt nothing past the first few seconds. I was just like, oh, all right, yeah. Where is it? Where's that spark? I want it to be mad. Come on, they need to make a Dog of Wisdom 4. Please, please, please. They better make a fucking 4th one. It better make me mad again. Just want to feel that anger. I need to feel that anger. What happened to it? No. You were supposed to be my mortal enemy. What's happening to you? Okay, let's see. The worst thing in Australia, the cow downy. I don't know if I should say that word. The Cowdony Fair. What is this? It's like there's farmers in Australia?
Get on down to the Cowdowny Community Fair this Saturday through Wednesday to Tuesday and Sunday
thing?
and Wednesday on the 5th Saturday of every month.
Face
We've got
banding.
vines, anal beads, paved surfaces and grassed surfaces, cake decorating, and rides for the kids. Have you ever been in a paddock before?
That was
Well, we got
fondant.
heaps
It's
of them.
fondant.
Come try it out for yourself.
It's a bakery thing.
The annual cow roundup and rape. Whoever gets their penis.
Did I? What? Bro, this happens in Australia? What the fuck is this?
It's only $1 a kiss and children kiss for free. There'll be sales all weekend. Hot chips, cold chips, fads, Coke Zero, glass
Oh,
pipes
fuck yeah.
walking out the door.
Alright,
We've got free
they didn't
onion,
have me until
free
this is Coke
snags,
Zero.
free sauce, and you want more sauce, you just ask, 'cause there's heaps of fucking sauce to go around. You want shearing? Well, you've got it. Come down to the shed
Australia
at 7
really
to
is
shave
just the
some of the
Wild West
local
of the
dads'
world.
backs. Come see famous comedian Jim
Is that
Jeffries
someone's
tell a
back or
comedian. Come
someone's
see
stomach?
facts.
I can't tell. What the fuck is that? Is that like a flesh orb?
Backs. Come see famous comedian Jim Jeffries tell a few jokes. What have you got for us, Jim?
So 3 cunts walk into a bar, right? And they're from different nationalities, and one of them gets raped, and then the Irishman said something foolish. I can't.
Gates open at 3 and be there at 2:45 to see the gates open. All money on the day raised goes to the treatment for Brent's hemorrhoids. On you, Brent. It's the Cowdowny Community Fair. Directions are simple. Just past this tree, up the road from this fenced area, adjacent to this rock. And if you see this man, well, you've gone too far. We'll see you Monday.
Wait, that looks like that guy from Mega 64.
We'll see you Monday. Close Mondays. Be there.
What the fuck was that? Bro, I got excited because I thought it was actually like some kind of farmer fair in Australia. But I mean, maybe it is. Wait, here's another animal video. Oh, you know I'm all about the animal videos. 5 of the most fascinating relationships in the animal kingdom. Animal kingdom. I think I just said anime kidney.
Us humans are the most intelligent creatures on this planet. Despite this, we do share the Earth with many other intelligent animals. And these animals are able to work together, use tools, and even problem solve. Of course, some creatures are more intelligent than others. And in some rare cases, 2 different species can work together, both to catch prey and also to avoid predators. In this video, I will be...
What was that like intonation on that?
Catch prey and also to avoid predators. In this video, we'll be focusing on these complex relationships as I'll be going through 5 of the most fascinating relationships in the animal kingdom. And for our first relationship, we'll be heading to North America as our first species is the coyote. Now the coyote, like many other canines, is a very intelligent animal. They do equally as well in the cities as they do in the wild. And they are expert rodent hunters. Our own relationship with coyotes is quite complicated because many people see them as a pest. In fact, coyotes themselves are great at controlling pests. But unfortunately, they do sometimes humans
fucking
target
doggos.
livestock. Humans are one of the main reasons behind the coyotes' recent success, because we've helped them expand their range. Wolves, cougars and bears used to limit how far coyotes could spread, but when humans started hunting these predators in large numbers, the coyotes were free to roam wherever they wanted. This is part of the reason why they can be found over much of North America today, and whether you love them or you hate them, they are here to stay. In certain grasslands across North America, this coyote has found another predatory ally. The American badger is another iconic North American animal, and although it may look similar in appearance to the European badger, they are not closely related. The badgers of Europe and Asia tend to be omnivorous, but the American badger leads a more carnivorous lifestyle. They tend to feed on grassland mammals, such as gophers, squirrels, and prairie dogs. The American badger is also known for being extremely aggressive, and they will even take down more dangerous prey, such as rattlesnakes and skunks. What makes these badgers so successful at hunting their preferred prey is the fact that they're such great diggers. Most of the animals that the American badger feeds on are burrowing animals. Most predators are unable to get at these prey items when they're in their burrow, but of course this is not the case for the American badger.
Why does the narrator always sound like he's on the brink of tears? Yeah, either that or he sounds like he's about to bust.
In some places across North America, the coyote and the North American badger are best buds. They can sometimes be seen traveling together, and in some cases they've learned to hunt together. When both these species choose to hunt together, it is beneficial for both of them. Each member of this duo brings a skill that the other one lacks, because the badger is great at digging but relatively slow, whereas the coyote is a poor digger and of course very fast. The coyote will often catch prey that have been forced out of their burrows by the American badger, and of course in some cases the coyote stops prey animals escaping their burrows, which means the American badger gets a chance to catch them. This is one of the more interesting predator-predator relationships, and it is quite a sight to see them together. But for our next relationship, we can stay in the Americas, but we will be heading into the oceans, as our first species is the sea otter. The sea otter is one of the cutest marine mammals on the planet. It has the densest fur of any animal on Earth, with an estimated 1 million hairs per square inch. This fur isn't just for show, as it's essentially a substitute for blubber. A lot of marine mammals have a thick layer of blubber, because this of course insulates them and keeps them warm. Instead of this blubber, the sea otter has this thick fur, and this is able to trap air and keep the sea otters warm. Unlike the many freshwater otters, the sea otter can live its entire life without leaving the water. They can often be seen floating at the surface having a snooze, and famously in some cases when they do this, they even hold hands. As well as being very cute, sea otters are also very intelligent.
The Green Bay Packers just won 34 of the... Oh god, fucking damn it!
Often seen smashing prey items against rocks. Because of its active lifestyle and its need to keep warm, the sea otter has to get through a lot of food. They need to consume around 25 to 40% of their body weight daily, and are known to hunt over 100 prey species. Of course, the sea otter is not completely safe in its ecosystem, as there are plenty of predators that would like to chow down on them. Surprisingly, the other member of this relationship helps keep the sea otters safe, and also helps create one of the most important ecosystems on this planet. I am of course talking about kelp, and although kelp isn't very intelligent, being a type of brown algae, they do have a very important relationship with the sea otters. Kelp forests are some of the most interesting and beautiful ecosystems on this planet, and in North America are home to many iconic creatures, such as the giant sea bass and the California sheephead. Kelp forests provide...
Those are so fucking ugly. No offense. I mean... Have you guys ever heard of that reality show? I actually tried to find free episodes of this online, but I couldn't, unfortunately. If anyone can find free uncut episodes of this, please hit me up, because I would love to watch this on stream. It's this old reality show called The Swan from the early 2000s, where they would take like a bunch of women and give them extensive plastic surgery, like full body, full face plastic surgery, to turn them into completely different people, make them like work out while they're recovering from the plastic surgery, and the entire time they are not allowed to look into any mirrors or reflective surfaces to see what they look like until they're fully recovered, like months and months later. And then at the end of the season, they get them all together and hold a beauty pageant for all of them. It was so horrible.
California sheephead.
It's like a Black Mirror episode or something.
The sheltered environment, and are even able to calm stormy waters.
It was like a horror
Most
movie.
large predators don't enter kelp forests, as they're both hard to navigate through, and there's also a chance that they could get tangled up.
In detail.
This means that kelp forests are very safe places for sea otters to live, and they also provide a perfect habitat for their prey. This relationship
early 2000s reality TV was horrible, but so good.
Forests are often attacked by sea urchins, which attack them at their base. If sea urchin numbers are left unregulated, they can completely decimate kelp forests and in turn destroy a very important ecosystem. Luckily for the kelp, sea otters are very good
And
at
all those
hunting sea
girls
urchins,
from
and are
that reality TV
predators
show,
that
they're
thrive on their shell. Another one of these
in a K-pop
predators is
band
the
now.
California sheephead, which of course have a very similar relationship with the kelp. So really I could have put either one on this list, but of course the sea otter is a lot cuter. But for our next relationship, we can head to pretty much any continent around the world, as we have the cattle egret. Now although this bird originated in Africa...
I can't get over the way he says... Cattle
the world, as we have the cattle egret. Now although this bird originated in Africa, it has undergone a rapid expansion in its distribution. In the last century, it spread to pretty much every corner of the planet,
what did the cattle
reaching
egret
South
do to
America in
him?
1877, the US in 1941, and Australia in
biting his lip
1948. This has
saying it,
led
or
to this
like
bird being listed as
cowering
an
in
invasive
fear.
species in many areas, because they can compete with native birds. Cattle egrets are mostly carnivorous and feed on a wide variety of prey. They tend to focus on insects, but will often go for larger prey such as frogs and fish. In the wild, they are often associated with wetlands, but more recently they have been exploiting farmland. When tractors are at work in fields, this often attracts birds. This is because the movement of the tractor displaces insects, which are soon picked off by these birds. In most cases, farmers are happy to see these birds, as they mostly prey on pest insects, and in most cases leave crops alone. So in many ways, we have a relationship with these birds, but of course we are not the only ones.
What kind of relationship does he have with that bird? That's what I want to know.
Back to the cattle.
There's definitely some history there.
Egret has a beneficial relationship with many different species, which include domesticated...
Internet Archive has both seasons of The Swan. Wait, how? Like to download?
Animals such as cattle and horses, and also wild animals such as buffalo.
Oh, bro, look at that. That bony... Oh. It's got like built-in handlebars.
And rhinos. It's not rare to see cattle egrets on top of larger animals, and the larger animals don't seem to care. This is because the cattle egret is actually doing them a favor by getting rid of flies and parasites. Large animals such as cattle attract parasites, and because cattle don't have hands, they can't exactly remove them. The cattle egret is more than happy to come in and take care of them, and this means that both animals benefit, because the cattle egret gets a snack, and the cattle are able to get rid of their ticks and other parasites. In fact, this species was purposely released in Hawaii just because of the benefits it brings to livestock. So even though this bird is seen as invasive in some areas, it does bring with it a lot of benefits too. But for our next relationship, we will be heading into the tropical oceans, as we have the cleaner wrasses. Then there are several species of cleaner wrasse, with one of the most famous being the blue streak cleaner wrasse. This species is not the largest of fish, reaching a maximum size of around 14 centimeters, but it is a very popular fish both in the aquarium trade and in the ocean's coral reefs. Our oceans are home to many terrifying predators, but surprisingly none seem to bother this wrasse. In most cases, large predators, none reefs. But it is a very wrasse, with one of the most wrasses. Then there are we will be heading into the tropical oceans, as we have the cleaner wrasses. Then there are several species of cleaner wrasse. With one into the tropical oceans, as we have the cleaner wrasses. Then there are several species of cleaner wrasse, with one of the most famous being the blue streak cleaner wrasse. This species is not the largest of fish, reaching a maximum size of around 14 centimeters.
Oh, they're small as fuck and stupid looking too.
But it is a very popular fish, both in the aquarium trade and in the ocean's coral reefs. Our oceans are home
this
to
fish
many
is doing
terrifying
numbers.
predators, but surprisingly none seem to bother this wrasse. In most cases, large predators seek them out, but this is not to hunt them, because just like the cattle egret, they get rid of parasites off other species. On some reefs, you'll find cleaning stations, where groups of cleaner wrasse gather to eat the parasites and dead tissue off larger fishes. Even the meanest of predators are turned into gentle giants, because this, of course, is a mutualistic relationship. This relationship is particularly interesting, mostly due down to fish being very dumb. I think it's fair to say that most fish aren't the smartest of creatures.
Holy
yet they know
shit,
to
bro.
find cleaner wrasses, and they know that they'll get rid of their parasites.
The
But
fish
for our
didn't ask
final
for that.
relationship, we'll be heading over to India, as we have both the grey langur and the
Me when I'm sitting down and fucking listening.
as we have both the grey
Look
langur
at that.
and the axis deer. Now, grey langurs are old world monkeys, and they are a fairly terrestrial
That is an
species.
active
They
listener
tend to
right
inhabit
there.
open, slightly wooded habitats, where they primarily feed on vegetation and fruits. Of course, being
Ooh.
mostly terrestrial comes with some benefits, but
Their
it also
tails
comes
look
with
like
a lot
hula
of dangers
hoops.
too. Grey langurs are not very fast runners, and this makes them very vulnerable to predators when they're on the ground. Luckily for these primates,
We have
they
something
found
in
an ally
common.
in India, in the axis deer. The axis deer is one of the more beautiful deer species, and today it's been
Ooh.
introduced into
Those
many
look,
other countries outside of its
quite the
native range.
specimen.
But in their native range, they are found in many of the same habitats as the grey langur, and they are often found in very close proximity with each other. Although axis deer do their very best to
Whoa,
feed on the
it's
leaves
so
of
fucked up
small
how they
trees,
stand
they
like
are mostly
that.
restricted to feeding on the ground. However, if they spend their time around
However,
langurs, they can feed on the fruits that they drop. This is why these deer will often follow these
Somebody
monkeys
needs
around.
to make like a Sunny V2 style video about animals, but like just like the same tone, narration, and delivery of a Sunny V2 video, like the really dramatic editing. And then the dodo went extinct forever. The tragic downfall
Now let's
of
see
the
that
dodo.
monkey give birth.
They're able to feed on the scraps of fruit.
Oh,
of
man,
course,
I
tigers
wonder-
would happily go after both of these
But what
species.
do monkeys look like when they're giving birth? I've seen like all different types of animals giving birth. I don't think I've seen a monkey. Do they lay on their back or do they... I think laying on your back to give birth is a primarily human thing. Like, we used to do like squat births. Squat birthing. We used to do squat birthing, but in society we gravitated more towards laying on our backs with our legs in the stirrups and the advent of modern medicine. And apparently this isn't a very good way to give birth. Apparently, like squatting in like a tub and like a bathtub with your asshole poking out is the optimal way to give birth.
And this is of course why they both fear this predator. When a tiger is spotted, both of these creatures let out different alarm calls.
Oh, Siri! Oh.
Over the years, each species has learnt the alarm call of the other, and this means that
I've
they have
crashed
a very
my
effective
flying
warning system in
machine.
place. When the axis deer and the grey langur are together, it's very hard for predators to hunt them because they are so alert and are very good at communicating with each other.
He's
So
scratching
even though
his
the axis
ear.
deer benefits slightly more than the langur, it is a very interesting relationship nonetheless. If you know of any other relationships, then let me know down in the comments below. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked
Machine
it,
Gun
please
Kelly and Megan Fox, if we're talking about animal kingdom relationships, that one was pretty fascinating.
leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these. But until next time, goodbye.
Oh, that goodbye sounded so...
But until next time, goodbye.
sounded so sad. Wait, what other... That does look like Kino.
As of cover.
Kino. Mission failed. 3 animal reintroductions that... Dog or wolf? Hidden fossils. Killer sheep? No. No. I mean, let's hear... I want to hear the sheep out, because if this happened in Wales, then may have been self-defense.
Most of us
if
are
I'm being
aware of the
honest.
deadliest animals in a certain country or region, because these animals are feared around the world. They could easily take the life of a
Hippos
human
are fucking terrifying.
in the wrong situation, but you don't have to be an apex predator to be dangerous.
That bear
Because
is
many
straight
of the
up
world's
chilling.
ecosystems are so competitive, most animals have to be very hard
Whoa.
just to survive. This means that
Why is footage of animals just standing in the rain go so hard?
even prey animals have the potential to be dangerous, and strangely so do our pets. Some of the
What?
deadliest animals to humans are the ones that we keep in our homes. And
Yep.
because we come into
I know all
contact with them
about
so
that.
regularly, pets and livestock kill a shocking amount of people each year. In today's video, I will be going through a few stories.
Did you know, like, horses are fucked up. They can, like, trample you and all that. You guys know that. They can, like, kick you in the head if you startle them from behind. But apparently, if they don't have the horseshoes on, their little horse feet, they basically have, like, really sharp one individual nail on their hoof. And that thing is so sharp, it can, like, disembowel you, pretty much.
where animals that
On
are
their
thought
little
of as
klopper,
being
yeah.
placid or harmless have gone on to
Thank
take
you,
the
an
lives of
alcoholic.
humans. These stories are usually very unfortunate and very rare, and the first animal involved in these stories is a sheep. It's believed that sheep were first domesticated around 10,500 years ago, and the animal that they're descended from can still be found in the wild today. Because of our dependence on livestock, sheep are found in massive numbers today, as they have a global population of around 1.3 billion. This means that there are more than 1 sheep per 8 people, and in some countries, sheep outnumber people. Today there are more than 200 breeds of sheep in existence, and all of these breeds have different traits and behaviours. Some sheep breeds are more daring than others, but as they are herd animals, they are relatively harmless. The rams are known for being more aggressive, but they're rarely aggressive towards random people that they meet. One village in the southwest of France was home to one notoriously dangerous sheep, and this sheep would attack people at will. Many people in the village were frightened of this sheep, but no one would have guessed that it had the potential to become a killer. One day back in 2016, a 94-year-old man was taking a stroll in the countryside. Unfortunately for the gentleman, he came across this sheep, and the sheep started to do what it always did. The sheep charged the man and pushed him to the floor, and when he was on the floor, the sheep trampled him. His corpse was later found on a footpath near the village, and it was later concluded that the sheep had killed him.
Did they have like little sheep footprints on him?
In complaints about the sheep, but these complaints fell on deaf ears. If the gentleman was a little younger, he could have fought off the sheep, but at the age of 94, he stood little chance. Unfortunately, this man's death wasn't the only death in the story, as later on the sheep was rounded up and put down. There are a number of reasons why sheep can become aggressive, ranging from illness to old age. Many rightly blamed the sheep's owner for this incident, as these deaths were completely avoidable. The group of animals that are featured in our next story are the rats, and these creatures are usually misunderstood. The most notorious rats are found in the genus Rattus, and these include black rats and brown rats. Rats are among the worst invasive species in the world, but they've been introduced into most countries outside of their native range by humans. Yes, rats are very bad to non-native ecosystems, but we are the ones that have introduced them, so really it's our fault and not theirs. The majority of people despise and fear rats, and they're seen as a dirty pest that should be exterminated.
Does it count?
Really?
They spread diseases that kill people, but does that count as them like attacking people?
This opinion is unfair, and rats are pretty intelligent creatures. Some of the most intelligent animals are the animals that take advantage of the things that we leave behind, and rats definitely fall into this category. If we were a little cleaner and we didn't waste so much food, then rats wouldn't be a major problem in cities.
I heard they can be really loving pets
Rats have been blamed for spreading the Black Death, and this plague killed as many as 50 million people. This is why they're often seen as dirty disease spreaders. But research has suggested that we may have spread the Black Death and not rats.
We blamed it on them?
Rats spread some dangerous diseases, but their disease-spreading abilities are exaggerated. Many rat owners will tell you that they make great pets, but maybe not the rat owner.
Imagine like the camera zooms out, you can see like the guy recording this video, but it's actually just like a giant rat disguised as a human.
Story.
No, trust me guys, it's all misunderstanding.
A 66-year-old man was
also, you should leave out some half-eaten food.
An appointment with his local GP in the hopes of getting medication and cleaning his wound up. After receiving treatment, he returned home to his other pets, which included another rat, 4 gerbils, 2 rabbits, 2 hamsters, and a dog. At first it seemed like the ordeal was over, but a few days later his arm suddenly swelled up. His partner became alarmed and called an ambulance, and by the time he got to the hospital he was in a critical condition. He was eventually given penicillin, and it seemed as though he started to get better. He remained in hospital for a few weeks, but a month later his condition deteriorated, and unfortunately he passed away. At first, the doctors couldn't figure out a cause of death, but they eventually came to the conclusion that it was rat bite fever.
Rat bite fever
is an infectious disease caused by 2 different bacteria, and you can only get it by coming into contact with rodents or consuming contaminated food or water. This disease is relatively rare around the world, but most cases occur in Japan. This disease is treatable and it's rarely fatal, and the owner of this rat was extremely unlucky.
How long can this lay dormant in a person that has been to Japan. Just wondering.
That this story doesn't help their reputation, but cases like this are extremely rare, and on the whole, rats make good pets. The group of animals.
This delivery.
The group of animals in our fights, and on the whole, rats make good pets.
On the whole.
The group of animals in our final story are wild animals, and to find them we can head out to the ocean. Whales are among the most widely distributed and diverse group of aquatic mammals, and they can be found all over the world. Some whale species are predatory and hunt giants in the depths, whereas others spend the majority of their life feeding on tiny invertebrates. Even though some whale species are the largest animals alive today, they are very rarely a danger to humans. In most cases, they seem
scrub all this shit off so bad.
To be very curious
with a big
of us,
scrubby
and
brush.
divers are able to swim among them. This is despite the fact that we relentlessly hunted them for decades, and we pushed a large number of them to the brink of extinction. Unfortunately, whale hunting is still happening today.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
It's a very outdated and cruel practice. Hopefully it can be completely stamped out in the future.
You guys hate Shy
as the
Lily and you
majority
hate
of
Bao.
these creatures really are gentle giants. Even though whales do not intentionally attack humans, there are certain cases where they can be dangerous. Whales are known to breach out of the water at an astonishing speed, and there's a few theories as to why they do this. Some believe that they are trying to get rid of parasites, and it's also believed to be a way to communicate with each other. When they do this, they are often unable to see what's around them, and sometimes they can land on and near boats. When these animals are feeding, they can also be potentially dangerous, as there have been a few cases where people have been accidentally swallowed and spat out. The unfortunate victim of this story
Okay, but what if it was a sexy goth mommy whale and it flopped down on you and suffocated with its giant whale booba?
Swallowed, but instead his boat was struck by a whale. This happened off the coast of Sydney in September 2023,
That's so scary.
and tragically a 61-year-old man lost his life. This incident was described as a freak accident, and cases such as this are extremely rare. A similar thing happened back in 2022 off the coast of New Zealand, and tragically in this case 5 people lost their lives.
God.
The species of whale in this story wasn't identified, but judging by its behavior...
To the whale, this is like when you're walking on the street and you accidentally step on an anthill and kill like millions of ants.
It's possibly a humpback whale.
You just go about your day.
It really is a shame that such a freak accident
without even thinking about it or
and
knowing.
Of course the whales are not to blame. If you think you know of any other stories that could have made it into this video, then let me know down in the comments below. But thanks for watching, and until next time,
dog?
Goodbye.
Bro, I'm gonna like... I've gotten to some like house clean maxing shit lately. I've been reading like house cleaning tips and how to make your house smell really good, and I read like a life hack on how you can you don't have to waste money on buying a bunch of candles and a bunch of diffusers and shit. Here's what you do. You can get a big pot, ideally like a crock pot, something that can boil stuff low and slow and not ruin a pot after like a few hours. Put that shit down, put some water in it, put some like sprays of cinnamon and like drops of like vanilla essence, you know, or like almond oil, like stuff you use for baking. Just boil that shit. It'll make your whole room smell like Christmas cookies.
Till next time, goodbye.
I'm like, I don't know what it is. I fucking love cleaning. I can't get it out of my system. I think it's because when I was growing up, most of my chores were just like deep cleaning the house every single day. And it's just like, I have some kind of like tism about it. When I saw that whale with all the barnacles all over it, I was just thinking like, fuck man, I want to like pressure wash that shit. I want to take like a scrub mommy to it and just go and this is like a cheese grater, just like peel it all off. Holy fuck, it feels so good. It's so therapeutic. Yeah, it's very cathartic. I love it. I bought a new spray mop yesterday. This is how far gone I am. Here's the thing. A lot of people make the mistake of buying a Swiffer, and Swiffers are actually a big waste of money, and not very efficient at cleaning. They're pretty good for like doing like a light touch-up clean every now and then, but for the most part they kind of push around the dirt and make things like a little more dirty than usual actually, and they don't really do a good job of deep cleaning and actually polishing your floors. So I bought a spray mop with my own kind of concoction of cleaning juice in it, and I mopped my floors for the first time yesterday, and they look so fucking shiny, so pristine. I could eat off of them. I'm telling you, bro, it's something else. I get like some kind of like sick rush from it, especially when I see like all the dirt that comes off. Bro, the mop pad that I was using before I like wringed it out and like sprayed it off, it was completely black with like dirt, dust, God knows what else. Most disturbing. Oh.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Ah, spooky season.
I love this channel, Casual Geographic.
You knew this was coming. We're always talking about all the ways nature and the things in it can put you on a shirt, but we never talked about how diseases can have animals permanently paralyzed.
Wait, have I seen this video before? I don't know if I have. This is fucking terrifying.
What researching them has done in my search history. And of course, viewer discretion is very much advised, especially for disease number 1. What's a Halloween video without a jump scare? This photo was taken just
I've seen this before. This hairless ape creature.
outside the Caribbean Bay Hotel in
I
Zimbabwe.
feel like I
what
look
appears
like
to
this.
be a hairless baboon.
A hairless baboon, bro. Look at it. You're not meant to see it in this state. It's fucked up they put that filter on it though. It makes it look way worse than it is. That's an imp. It's some kind of creature. The baboon of the deep. Oh yeah, one of my cleaning concoctions. You'll be surprised at what white vinegar can do for you. White vinegar, a little bit of like lemon concoction for the scent, bro. That'll carry you. If you when you do laundry, don't put in laundry sheets because that'll just fuck up everything. They get like a residue on everything and it just makes your clothes feel like shit. Use dryer balls instead and just spray some like good smelling shit on them. That'll get you. That'll get you. And if you put like a little bit of white vinegar in with your loads of laundry, it does wonders for like deodorizing. You don't have to spend like tons of money on like really fancy schmancy Tide Pod shit. Cause that does like the bulk of the work for you. I still use Tide Pods though, cause they make things smell really good.
Pelted primate appeared to be an outcast, only following her troop from a distance, almost as if she
I
had
like
been
Bona
rejected
cleaner. Bona is the spray mop that I got. I got the Boner spray mop.
for her appearance. And according
I
to a
love my
nearby
boner
vet,
mop.
the most likely cause for this abandoned baboon's condition, mange. Mange is a nasty looking disease caused by parasitic mites burrowing into the skin, where their collective feces can cause severe allergic reactions and an unbearable amount of itching. That's why the main calling card of mange is turning animals into the most down bad version of themselves. And while the word mange is usually an insult reserved for dogs, these mites can be a certainty from anything from foxes to bears to porcupines, occasionally birds like eagles, and many more.
This is
in
so
fact,
gross.
the legend of the chupacabra was more than likely jump-started by a severely mited up coyote. And in 1996, there was an outbreak of sarcoptic mange that griefed a family of mountain gorillas in Uganda.
Imagine having a fucked up disease and becoming an
The mites
urban
themselves
legend.
aren't a death sentence, but they slowly weaken the target, making them much more vulnerable to infections. And they can easily spread, especially if you're a wombat whose burrow mates with a walking mite mosh pit. The mites are so persistent that in Pennsylvania, a black bear with more than 50% hair loss is considered a lost cause. And not only is it retired from life, it's also incinerated so the past tense bear can't possibly infect any others. And yes, mange is zoonotic, meaning it can be passed on from animals to humans. And when that happens, it's called scabies. To be fair, it's
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of hair comes out when I wash my hair.
Systems or those taking immunosuppressants
I shed hair all over the place. I think it's like at least 50%.
There's also Demodex mites, which shack up in hair follicles, and even a couple species that make their home in the
I don't have I don't have mange.
So yeah, mange just might be the most aesthetically upsetting thing here.
Would someone like me get mange?
Of the next disease, because where
I can't have
mange is
mange.
visually visceral, zoochosis is almost purely psychological. You've probably heard of the condition where animals in captivity do the same thing over and over with no goal or purpose, almost like they're in a trance. And one of the most popular examples of this are those videos of elephants swaying back and forth. Except zoochosis is much more than that. Of course, you have your swaying and almost neurotic pacing around
when they pace around.
enclosure.
This
But the
is
zoochosis
so
signature
sad.
also includes excessive grooming, personal punishment like
meant
self-biting
to
and
be in the
self-mutilation,
wild.
turning puke into an infinite food glitch, and coprophagia, even in animals that wouldn't normally do it. But the disturbing part is, like mange, it's believed that zoochosis can also be contagious. If an animal is housed next to one exhibiting the stereotypes associated with it, chances are that same animal will too. This captive psychosis is likely triggered by a lack of stimulation and enrichment, and it's more common in higher intelligence animals,
think about
especially
it,
those that
humans
would
can get
normally have a
this
wider
too.
range. Elephants
you
checking both
work an
boxes
office
is likely
job.
why 40% of captive turned pachyderms show symptoms
Start
of
eating your own
zoochosis.
shit, pissing in
Orcas
your
are one
own
of the
mouth.
smartest non-human creatures alive and can
Send me
travel well
one
over
more
40 miles a
fucking
day for
email.
food. And almost a year ago today, in
fucking
2022,
email.
a captive orca named Hugo tragically resigned from reality after violently slamming into his tank wall until he suffered a life-ending aneurysm. And in 2005,
No, I'm not
a
going to put
Montre's
$1
baboon
into the
groomed her
basket
baby
for
so
Patricia's
excessively that he
birthday
looked like
gift.
he came out the womb beefing with wizards. To be
Okay, I'm sorry.
fair, we can't really prove that this was zoochosis working overtime, but bro got the Mr. Clean Cut. That ain't a fade, it's a flea. But the most popular and probably most depressing case of chosis was Gus. Gus was a polar bear that lived in Central Park Zoo for 25 years.
my
At one
God.
point, visitors and keepers noticed that Gus would spend all day swimming in figure eights, sometimes for up to 12 hours straight. Keep in mind that polar bears can cover nearly 50 miles in a day searching for seals. Not only did the zoo spend 25 grand on therapy for the bear, Gus went on to make history as the very first zoo animal to be put on Prozac. Speaking of which, the 25,000 bones of behavioral therapy basically amounted to the therapist saying,
It's fucked up
"It be
too,
like
because
that. This isn't an
they can't just set them free because they don't have the capability to survive in the wild after being raised in captivity like that.
anti-zoo video or me trying to morally grandstand to y'all. I think zoos have the
So
potential for a lot
sad.
of good and a lot of
And
bad.
they don't know how to
it's just that
hunt
the
or
bad can
defend
lead to a
themselves.
chronically pilled out polar bear. But wait, it gets darker. Because with how far removed humans have gotten from nature, there's a
killing the
legitimate
planet.
fear that humanity as a whole could be
This is
suffering
so
from
fucked
zoochosis
up.
on a global scale. That joke about us being no different than ants stuck in a death spiral becomes less and less of a joke as
Spiral
time
of
goes
death.
on.
It's the cycle. We have to break it.
Do you remember the Will Smith movie I Am Legend?
Yeah, it
before his wife
sucked.
publicly neutered him and then smoked both his family jewels in 2 packs.
Holy
well,
shit.
the post-apocalyptic movie started with a doctor attempting to re-engineer the measles virus in an attempt to find a cure for cancer, instead infecting 99% of the human race. A pretty good example of what can happen when humans try to play God with the natural order. Another example is what happened in Florida, specifically
Of course
Silver
it's
Springs
Florida.
State Park. It's Florida's very first tourist
Of
attraction,
course.
famous for having a couple Tarzan movies shot there. And in the 1930s, tourboat operator Colonel Toohey was looking for a way to spice up his jungle cruise ride. So he brought in 6
The
Reese's
hubris.
macaques and had them placed on a small island in the park. And it was at this moment they f***ed up. Apparently, nobody involved was told that the
always-
monkeys could swim, and the moment they touched down on dry
No,
land, the macaques proceeded
no.
to swim out to the mainland.
No.
And following lots of multiplying without a calculator, there are now currently
No.
hundreds of rogue macaques, with a good number of them carrying a deadly
Alert,
herpes
alert,
virus.
my macaque has gone
Herpes B
rogue.
is an incapacitating
My
condition
macaque
that
has
can
a
cause severe
mind of its
brain
own.
inflammation, permanent neurological damage, and a permanent lease in a casket-shaped condo. Now, fear-mongering aside, the chances of catching it from a monkey are incredibly rare, but not rare enough to be zero. In 1997,
macaque.
a researcher was working with Reese's when she was splashed in the eye by indeterminate fluids. Even after immediately
What?
flushing her eye out for several minutes, the 22-year-old died December 10, 1997, almost exactly 6 weeks after first being exposed. According to the Center of Disease Control, since 1932, there have been 51 cases of people being infected with the B virus, with 21 deaths and an 80% mortality rate for
B
those
virus?
untreated. That same fatal virus is currently being backpacked by up to a quarter of the hundreds of macaques running around the Sunshine State. Worse, it's believed they shed the potent virus through their saliva. So far, there's no known case of one of these Marion County monkeys passing off the virus to a human. The problem is, the monkeys have managed to lose their natural fear of humans, and there was even one incident where the park had to be shut down after a family was threatened and chased by an especially malicious macaque. It's the worst kind of invasive, and it's 100% our fault, and although the virus peddling primates haven't caught
What
a
have we
human body,
done?
it's definitely one of those cases of F around and
We
find
did this
out.
to ourselves.
One of the most unsettling diseases in nature is a
Oh, wait, I've
sickness
seen
that
this
affects
one.
deer, known as chronic wasting disease.
Yeah, I can just lay dormant in them.
Destroys the animal from the inside out. In fact, this type of disease is a transmissible spongiform encephalopathy,
It's
a
the
name that
circle
literally
of
comes
life.
from the
I don't
fact that it
know.
causes several sponge-like holes in the brain. It's like the forbidden final boss of trypophobia, and it's caused by a single misfolded protein known as a prion. This prion triggers a chain reaction where the only outcome is a canceled life subscription, and the only thing the victim can do is wait for the sweet release of death. Here's what the endgame of a deer with CWD looks like. It starts with a misfolded protein affecting and altering perfectly normal proteins. It's almost like a cellular level cheese touch, and the moment it starts, it's already over.
This
Step
is how
2
you get
includes
into the
prion
VTuber rabbit
exploding in
hole.
numbers exponentially and
It
accumulating
spreads just
in the
like
body.
this.
The whole time the deer, elk, or moose looks and acts perfectly normal. The deer can walk around with this disease for 2 whole years before the chronic becomes critical. Eventually, it escalates to the point where the prions manage to break into the blood-brain barrier, where they start destroying neurons, putting enough holes in the brain to get it cursed out by an octopus, and slowly wasting the poor, unexpecting deer. Deer with CWD seem unable to process anything around them, including danger, and if predators or playing freeze tag on the freeway doesn't take them off the senses, they die a slow and painful death to starvation as their brains shut down. The worst part is, the nightmare doesn't end once the deer does, since the prions responsible can exist in an area years after the victim, and can even be absorbed by plants in contaminated soil. That's assuming they don't just leach into groundwater. In fact, the only surefire way to eliminate a prion is literally that.
It's fucked up how diseases and shit are just, they just want to survive too. Like they're just doing all this just to reproduce and survive.
Fire. Except it's not as simple as cremating a
It's
casualty.
just built
That'd be
into
too
their
easy.
code.
It's said that it takes heat at a minimum of 900 degrees Fahrenheit or 482 degrees Celsius to properly pack up a prion,
Yeah,
and some
maybe we
sources
should let
say
it
to
run
hike
its
that up to
course.
1800 to be safe. But the part that makes
Come
prions one of the
on.
most horrific things not native to a horror
let the
movie
prions run
is where
free.
they
What
come
have they
from.
done?
It's believed there are 3 main factors that cause prion diseases.
It's okay.
Genetics play a relatively small part, with only 10 to 15% of cases in people being attributed to them. The second and
That
by
dude
far
taking
most
a
common
shit.
cause is the disease being sporadic. Basically, that just means that not even science can fully explain
Animals
where they come
taking
from,
a
but that
shit
it's
is
like it
always so
happened.
The way this fucking guy talks about this stuff, a canceled subscription on life while talking about chronic wasting disease.
Chronic wasting.
And remember, not only can prions
He is
insist on
very,
existing years after the fact,
he's very
keep in mind
poetic.
that most infected deer look no different from any other, right until it's time to disconnect from interface eternally.
I mean, there's only
That
so
means
many
that the 3
ways
main
you can
causes
say
of wasting
die.
disease are completely RNG, and that is remarkably terrifying.
Aw.
And it's not just deer that can get packed up by prions. There's mad cow disease in cattle
Yeah, mad
and
cow
scrapie
disease.
in sheep. Named after the
Scrapie?
fact that it can cause them to compulsively rub up against things like fence posts until they literally scrape their wool off. There's even a human equivalent, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. And while there's no known reports of a human ever catching CWD, specialists have warned that with the thousands of CWD-infected animals eaten by people a year, there's a growing concern that the disease may eventually be transmitted to people.
No.
But maybe it's still a lot
No.
better than the last, and in my opinion, the most horrific disease in this video. Because not only is rabies one of the harshest death sentences nature can serve,
Oh my
it is 100% transmissible to humans. Rabies is said to bury nearly 60,000 people a year, and since the most common way to get it is through dog bites, it's the worst in places with a high stray population, which is why—
Is it true? Like rabies just doesn't exist in places like Japan and isn't there like places in Europe that don't have rabies because they completely controlled it?
India, a country that criminalized murking stray dogs, has about 20,000 names crossed off the census a year by rabies. And it's children that are especially at risk, with about 40% of deaths coming from those 15 years old or younger. Here's what it's like to be turned into a statistic by rabies. It starts with the virus entering the peripheral nervous system, usually through a bite. Then it travels inside you through nerves until it reaches part of the central nervous system,
And
or the
you just,
spinal
like,
cord.
you can't
From there,
drink
it's a
water.
straight shot directly to the brain, and
Or
at
any
this point, you
liquids,
can start
right?
drafting your will, because ain't no way. While you can treat the virus before it reaches the brain, once it does, you're almost guaranteed to become a WUS. The virus then multiplies, then spreads throughout the body, slowly killing you from the brain out. But the underrated and truly sinister aspect of rabies is how it seemingly rewires your brain for its own purposes. One of the telltale signs of rabies is a crippling fear of water.
It's not a fear of water. It like seems like it's a fear because it's just like your body just completely rejects it, right? It's hydrophobia in the same way that like a waterproof surface is hydrophobic.
Just a
completely
sight or suggestion of it can cause
not
incredibly
supposed to
painful
have it.
spasms in the throat and
Your
larynx.
body is just like, no,
At the
water
same
bad
time,
now.
The virus attacks the salivary glands, causing excessive drooling and the foaming at the mouth the disease is famous for. And that's because the virus is most concentrated in the mouth, and swallowing or drinking water would dilute it. So the hydrophobia helps keep the mouth and all the nastiness inside as potent as possible. And that's not the only way rabies manipulates its mark. There's believed to be
you can
3
walk and
stages of
hover on
rabies
water.
in animals. You got
It's
the
like
prodromal
magnets.
stage, and that's where the animal might start showing minor changes in behavior. And then you got the phase likely everyone associates with rabies, the excited
Yeah,
stage.
it is a fear,
It's
like a
been called
primal
furious
fear, not in
rabies
the
since it's
sense of like
characterized by heightened
you look
aggression
at water
and
and you're
random
like,
outbursts of
"Whoa,
violence.
scary."
Animals that would normally be wary of people, such as foxes, can attack completely out of nowhere with bites. And remember, being a water bigot just makes that bite that much more toxic. And then there's a paralytic or dumb stage, where the animal appears unaware and disconnected from the world around it. This is where you might see a normally introverted mammal show zero fear in humans. But don't be fooled, they're still liable to bite to serve the virus's purpose. The nightmare usually ends with the animal flatlining to respiratory arrest, as its body finally just
This is one of my deepest
and your
fears,
fate
is
is
being
almost no
infected
better
with
if you're a
rabies and
human,
not
since
knowing.
rabies has one of the highest KD ratios of any disease, even though it's also one of the oldest. It flexes a nearly 100%
Yeah, I could already be
fatality
progressing
rate, but nearly
and not
means
know
there's
it.
still a chance. In 2004, 15-year-old Gina Giese contracted rabies after being
Gina
infected by a
Giese.
bat, and the moment she started experiencing symptoms, she was, statistically speaking, a walking corpse. Dr. Willoughby, who had studied up on rabies, figured their last chance was to put the teenager in a coma in a last-ditch effort to save her brain and give her body a reasonable chance to fight off the virus.
Holy
About a week after
fuck.
she was induced, Gina miraculously
Wait,
started
I have that
producing
same stuffed animal. That's from IKEA. I have that. I got that from IKEA. It has a Velcro mouth, so you can make it have a closed mouth with its tongue hanging out. Listen. Or you can have the tongue hanging out. It's very big. Mine is bigger than hers. So I have 2 W's over this 14-year-old person. I didn't get rabies, and I have a bigger version of the same stuffed animal that she has. So I consider that a win.
rabies antibodies, and after
not a
Euro-stepping
competition.
death, she would go through the grueling rehab of relearning
You're
how to
naive.
walk, talk,
You're
and
fucking
even
naive.
stand. Because even when you're lucky, it ain't easy being geezy. She became the first
Nice
person
flex
to
over
ever
the rabies
survive
girl?
the rabies
Thank
virus
you.
without a vaccination, and even went
It's a
on
really
to start
nice
a
stuffed
family.
animal.
But don't get it twisted. The Milwaukee protocol that saved her has been used on 41 people, and only 6 have survived.
Only
The ones that
6?
do still run the risk of waking up severely disabled, which is the best you can do when negotiating with death, since that's exactly what treating rabies is. It's a
Bro, I mean,
horrifically
I think I'd
debilitating
rather wake up
disease,
and
even though it
be
takes about
disabled
1
than
to
be
3
dead.
months to show symptoms after being infected, there have been cases of people walking around
Unless
with the
I'm like,
virus for
like the
7
locked-in
years.
syndrome
At
where
the
you
same
literally
time,
can't
if the
like
virus
do
manages
anything.
to invade you close enough to your brain, you can easily be down bad less than a week after being exposed. With a virtually 100% kill rate and the thousands that lose their lives to it a year, it's definitely one of the most unforgiving viruses out there. Which is why the greatest basketball player of all
wonder
time
what it
isn't
was
Michael
like.
Jordan, LeBron James, or even Kobe Bryant. It's Manu Ginobili. Because during a Spurs-Kings game in 2009, a bat managed to find its way inside the arena, causing everyone to immediately panic.
No
until the
fucking
6'5"
way.
Argentinian backhanded the bat and put it out of commission, and proceeded to
Holy
help lead his team
shit,
to a
he
20-point
literally
win,
dunked
along with
it.
a victory by TKO against the bat. One man managed to potentially solo one of the deadliest viruses of all time, and he wasn't even a starter. And you'll never guess what day this happened. Yeah, that's right.
On Halloween?
Happy Halloween, and stay safe out there.
No fucking way. Wait, was the bat... Did it have rabies? Did they confirm that? Or was it just a random bat? Less than half of 1% of bats carry it? Bro, bats freak me out. No. I'm never going to go into any situation where I could potentially get rabies. Or I'm never gonna fly a paraglider. None of that. I think I'm good on all of that. For now. Maybe when I'm like 99 years old and I've lived a good full girthy life, I'll get rabies and go paragliding. Just imagine foaming at the mouth, tweaking out, losing control of like literally everything in your body while like 100 feet in the air going 50 miles per hour with a GoPro on. Bro, I would set it to auto upload the footage of me just like and like the foam in my mouth is just like going like because I'm going so fast. It's doing like the thing where like a dog sticks its head out the window and the cheeks go like. I'm like shitting and pissing. I'm tweaking out. Just doing like the schizo emo IRL. I'd say that'd be a pretty good way to go out. Wait, why can't I hear this? Shit. Okay, maybe one more short video. One more short video. What? Okay, this video looks fucked up. This video looks so fucked up. It's another animal video. Another fucked up animal video. Video captures 1 in a million moment. Whale body slams surfer in Australia. Of course it's in Australia. No. Oh my god! What the fuck? It was a trust fall. Wait, what the fuck? Could that like severely injure you? Just the impact of all that mass, that weight. Is he okay? Wait, he looks... Oh my god, he looks fine. I've crashed my flotation device. Oh, crikey. Bro, it's so fucked up. You can see the silhouette under the water, like the dark shadow. Ah! It's kind of a small whale. Was it like a baby? POV or my shit getting flushed down the toilet. In Australia, so it goes the other way. It goes counterclockwise. And it's upside down. Ethel has to deal with that whenever you hug him. Yeah, honestly, he was telling everybody that he got dental surgery and that's why he's been out of commission and recovering for a little bit, but it's actually because of this. I shattered every bone in his body. Accidentally. Uh-oh. Yeah, I ran up, I was like, Clump! Giggle squee! I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! Damn, and he's just like... He just sits right back up and he's like, oh, crikey, that just happened? Cool blimey! Whoa, there's a whale. Oh. Can we have a feeding tube mukbang with him? Yeah, I've actually been grinding up all of this food in my mouth and like spitting it into his mouth like a mother bird. So we don't have to use a blender because the blender has microplastics in it. It's probably not good for his health. So we've just been doing it the natural way. Yeah, I just take all those protein shakes, shake it around my mouth, just twist it around like... And then I chew up maybe some pizza rolls, any kind of like bits and bobbles that he wants for the day as just like a little treat. Yeah. Yeah, natural is always best. You never know like how much poison you're putting in your body over time. Okay, one more short video. This is a barber creating art on camels. Camel art? I did not know this was a thing. Whoa. They gave the camel like a fade. Yo. Look at how intricate the designs are. Do you think it feels good to them? Yeah, it does kind of look like a shaggy rug. Bro, that probably feels so satisfying. Pimp my camel? Don't mind if I do. God damn, look at those fatty humps. Camels got built-in BBLs. Oh, look at that, it's the wheel of life. Aww. And they're all gussied up too. Ooh. Look at that one wagging its tail. It looks like they have eyes on their butt. Like the shaped in pattern. It makes it look like these are the eyes and that's the nose. Okay, I have to pee really bad. When I get back, I'm also gonna get some water. What the fuck was that? Someone with no legs skateboarding? What the fuck? Where was that? Where was that? Where was that? I have an apron belly. What is that? What? What? What's an apron belly? Albino with purple eyes? Yo, what the fuck? That's cool. They look like they have like eye powers like a Sharingan. Amazing dog sand sculpture. Kids do the funniest things. Okay, but where is the girl with no legs skateboarding? Don't make me search it. I'm gonna find some very strange results if you make me search that. I have 6,000 tumors on my body. Holy fuck. She is my wife, not... I've seen this couple on YouTube before. Have you guys seen this couple? It's this like pretty nerdy looking dude. Everyone like jokes around and says like she's only with him for a green card or whatever, but you know what? I think they're in love. They seem like they are in true love. It's beautiful.
Sorry, my friend. Everything you see comes at no expense.
Oh, except for this.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm...
What did she mean by that?
I'm Scott. I met Divine online through Facebook.
Pussy?
Since then, our
Is she getting it like blinged out?
relationship took off, and we've been together for marriage for the last year and a half now. I was wearing like a suit and stuff like that, and we were just like, he looks fancy. I think I'm gonna message him and see how he's doing. Oh yes,
They
absolutely.
seem happy
I
together.
spent 4 years trying to get her here, but everything is absolutely scripted, and just shelling all this money out.
Payment.
Bro, my one complaint is they just gotta stop responding to the haters. They just gotta like not give a shit. I mean, like I guess like the videos they make about it probably get a ton of engagement, so it's probably like a win-win for them, but they just need to stop giving a shit. 'Cause who cares? Live your life.
He's actually very sweet. Like,
Because the second you start making like tons of content just about like the haters and responding to the haters, this is like the Taylor Swift problem too. That's when the haters win.
like,
Can't let the haters control
like,
you.
Most of my first time experience, like receiving flowers, that they virtually receiving chocolates, like packages and stuff like that.
Can I give you a big hug?
Yeah, like
No.
everyone can find love.
It's really serious.
Doesn't
And then
matter
one
what you
he
look
actually,
like.
Delivered the flower. It was 18 flowers taller than me.
I would stay up until literally midnight, though, just so I could see her get off of work.
They're doing TikTok
or,
dances
get up
together.
early,
Isn't that
super early in
sweet?
the morning, so that I can see her off to work. It was just always a pleasure just to have met her and to finally get.
Bro,
to...
this is like every fucking anime where it's like, oh, I'm just an average dude surrounded by sexy anime girls. I'm just an average nerdy otaku man. But the second it happens in real life, everyone's like, oh no,
see her for the first time, I just don't have words for it.
Just be happy for
I was
them.
the one like using the TikTok just for fun because I was really bored. So I decided, okay, let's just do like TikTok together because I was just really wanting like to dance with him. And then just seconds after I posted that, it went into 10 views.
What if he's the one using her for like the green card or for money or something?
What's going on with my TikTok? It's blowing up.
He started this relationship on purpose to farm the engagement.
Just keep posting videos and seeing what people think, and people will tell us what they think. That's for sure. So.
Oh, like repetitive? It's like I'm a gold digger.
Oh, she's after just a green card.
I'm just waiting for him to die.
So bad out of context.
So I could, like, gonna get all the money. And
I was waiting for him to die, just like counting off the days on my calendar, just waiting for him to kick the bucket and get the life insurance money, and you know, just drive into the sunset after securing the bag. You know, I'm just tired of people saying all that ridiculous stuff.
For me, they're just like,
it's ridiculous.
Dude looks like somebody off of Minecraft. Somebody looks like a skeleton. Yeah. It's just like, they would make fun of me because I'm too skinny, of course, but like...
They don't know that.
They don't know.
Behind.
Yeah.
Why you were like that.
Yeah, he has a disease.
He's
got scleroderma.
Over the year. Yeah, we try to get that word out there. You know, people sometimes listen and sometimes they won't. So, yeah, they judge me on my looks, of course, and everything. But,
yeah, I bet everyone feels bad now.
Nah, friends, you got it wrong. There's no Morse code in any of our videos. She doesn't even know how to do that.
Why did she blink? Bro, where did she get that dress? Bro, this dress, the plaid tube dress, gold chain necklace combo is serving.
Yeah, we tell a lot of jokes and stuff, but like at the end of the day, we
he's got some pretty nice fits too. Normally, like double denim is kind of like a faux pas, but he makes it work. Honestly, makes it work.
Like even like LDR.
What the fuck am I doing? I was trying to find the video of the woman with no legs. Wacky weddings. What is this? Bro, this is like the type of channel that like a 10-year-old gets on and just like completely rots their brain out. How did I get sidetracked this long? I don't know. I sleep in a coffin? Damn. That is like the true goth subculture. Okay. No legs. What's it gonna be? My boyfriend has no legs. Not this girl, it's a different girl. Skateboarder with no legs and more amazing people. Why are there so many videos about people born with no legs? Incredible amputee skateboarder. Holy shit. Wait, man with no arms learns to drive with feet? Guys, I'm not clicking on that one. You guys are fucked up.
Well, I met with an accident when I was 7 years of age.
Wait, he's putting the keys in too.
With high tension wire. That was an 11.
I saw a video of a dude who has been working out his feet, like weightlifting with his feet, and they get like super vascular and muscular. Like, have you ever seen muscular feet before? It's so fucked up.
KV line.
And he was like flexing them. They looked like bear paws. It was scary. Yes, I was recommended this video. It was from Ethel's Instagram, yeah. Please don't show us. I wish I could, but I don't know if I could find it again. It was somewhere in there. Somewhere on my late night Instagram scrolls.
They didn't make me sound like a victim or somebody who has met with a tragedy.
Dude.
And that really helped me to cope with the situation.
So does he just like one foot's it and he has the other foot for the brake and the gas? My mom's friend, the friend that I stole the cigarettes from because I didn't want her to die from lung cancer, I like threw her cigarette pack into a thorny bush. And then I had to go into the thorny bush later when she found out that her cigarettes were missing, and I had to get, you know. That same woman, whenever we had to like go anywhere with her and she drove, was so fucking terrifying because she was one of those people that would drive with both feet. She would have like one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake, so it'd be constant like
Indian Embassy
so fucking scary.
There we met a gentleman who had no arms since birth, and he had developed a system for driving the car. In fact, he had developed a system for
bro, he's so slick. Bro, do you think he drives manual or automatic?
So what happens is when I get into a car,
it's really impressive.
Put on my own seatbelt. I put on the seatbelt with my right foot. I shift the gear stick to drive. And once I've done that,
it's really impressive.
Then gets
Bro, imagine you're on the highway and you see this guy next to you.
sort of busy with the
I
steering.
would do a double take, maybe a triple
The left
take.
foot takes care of the brake and the accelerator. The gear obviously need not be changed once it's put into drive.
He must have so much
that makes it quite
flexibility in his
convenient.
toes. How is this legal? I mean,
Ever since the age of 7, I have been coping and dealing with
I've seen worse drivers
which were not
on Russian dashcam
my
videos.
condition, but I have always somehow approached them with a very positive.
Whoa!
And
Yo!
I think that really has helped me overcome.
The
a lot of my
decantering is
challenges in life.
insane.
So as far as driving is concerned, I have somehow taken it with a lot of ease, and I seem to be
Fuck.
very confident about my own driving now.
It's so casual. Okay, but how does he eat his fries from McDonald's when he drives? That's what I'm wondering. My boyfriend has no legs. The positivity fix. This is like a little little pep in your step, a little like uplifting. Man with no arms plays guitar perfectly with his feet. Whoa. Wait, wrong video, wrong video.
This young gentleman's name is Mark Goffney. The year is 1973.
What?
Hi, my name is Mark Goffney, and I'm going to swim on that
Is he still alive now?
with
How
some
old is he?
of my friends.
Hi, Todd.
Watch.
We're watching incredible, impressive stories of human ingenuity and how they triumph over everything.
Watch Monty.
There was a guy who was driving with his feet.
And all the stars of
He put
Hollywood.
his foot on the stick shift and everything. It was crazy.
So cool. I haven't seen it. Mark has told me about his band. Ladies and gentlemen, a new side of Mark Goffney. I guess
Isn't
you're ready.
Nikkei the
You ready?
ass shot gotcha game? It's more than that, actually. All the stories have important lore. They have important characteristics. They're more than just their physical parts. And I would appreciate you guys would treat them with the respect that they deserve, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, my name's Mark Goffney, 46
That's
years
him!
old. I live in San Diego, California. And
Yo!
I'm a professional guitar player, bass player, and I happen to play with my feet.
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Because I was born
This
with
is actually pretty ingenious because it's easier to get calluses on your foot, I feel like. Like your feet skin is thicker than the skin on the pads of your fingers. So it'll be like way less painful.
without arms. I used my feet to do everything. And when I was about 12 years old, I started just goofing around with a friend of mine's guitar. And I already used my feet to do everything else, so playing guitar with my feet was just
Next
really
time you're
felt
like,
a natural
oh, I
thing
don't want to get up at 5 a.m. and start my grind for the day. Oh, I don't want to have a positive attitude. You think about this guy. And the guy that crashed his paramotor in Enchanted Hills. And sounded like he was making gotchi moans.
So I'm rehearsing with this thing I call it's a looper, and I can actually play the
A
bass
looper.
and then record it, and it will play it back.
Oh, yeah.
To me, and then I can play guitar with myself as the bass player. So I'm gonna give it a whirl right here.
Yeah, just give
So
it
I
a
can
spin.
just bust out some blues
Gotta
here.
get off on the right foot, you know? Just kind of dip your toe in, test the waters. Damn, he's really nailing it.
When I first started playing guitar,
Honestly, like a lot of guitar players, I feel like they just don't have soul in their playing.
in front of people with my feet, I got a lot
Like
of
this
sort
guy
of
does.
sort of
You
jaw-dropping
can tell it really
reaction.
comes from the heart.
I even got applause one time just for tuning my guitar, playing it.
I feel like music for him is probably really healing.
Like, yay! And I'm like, I haven't even played a song yet. Over the years, I've grown to appreciate people who appreciate what I'm playing as much as they do how I'm playing. Sometimes when I'm performing live and
You know what's fucked up? I can't tell if it's my face blindness, but this guy looks like Quentin Tarantino. And that's it like looks like he's like the human like if Quentin Tarantino's desire for feet became so strong that it became like a tulpa of himself that started walking around the world when doing everything with feet and being really feet focused.
And I get a reaction from the audience where I can tell that they are totally with me.
Doesn't look like Tarantino at all. You can't see it in the like. Look at the eyes. It looks like Tarantino's eyes.
That whether I'm playing outside at a park for like, you know, a little group of people, or if I'm at some big
He's the Quentin Tarantino, you know, playing guitar.
They're just like, yeah, and they're there. It's just cool.
How the fuck does he do that? I can't even do some of those chords with my hands.
So I get a lot of this when I'm driving down the road, like I'm cool and I'm chill and I pull up next to somebody at a stoplight, you know, and they're just like, well.
Can you play Footloose by Kenny Loggins?
I'm going, watch the road! Don't watch me, watch the road! Honey, he's pointing his finger at me. It's like a gang sign or something.
Bro, do you think if he gets cut off by someone in traffic, he does like a middle toe?
Look at him. It's funny. No, it is really true. People go like this, they go,
fuck you, buddy. He probably has enough control over it.
They're not even watching the road. They're too busy watching me driving with my feet.
He's holding that
Sometimes
with his
I get
foot.
like a really cool, like a thumbs up.
That's
People
so
will be like,
cool.
all right, you know?
Hell yeah.
I don't know if they know who I am from the music or they just think it's cool to see some dudes all low, right? All I can say
He
is
seems
that
so
my
chill.
parents, my brothers, my family, my kids, they're proud of me for the successes that I've had. They
I like
really
his
are.
ornamental
My mother
toe
especially.
harness
I mean,
thing.
she loves to brag about
Does he put the
me.
pick
She
in
really
that?
loves it when somebody's already heard of me from the internet or something. But I would say that I have a lot of support from a
He's
lot of
from
people,
California,
family and
right?
friends.
I wanna see him live. Oh fuck, what are we doing? Extraordinary people. I can't get enough of all these extraordinary people and all the wonders of the world. I forgot I'm on my backup PC because my other one shit itself. I'm still waiting on my new PC to get here. So I don't have my BRB screen, so I'll just